When someone asks what is your favorite NES RPG, many times they're expecting to hear either Legend of Zelda or Final Fantasy. And while those are both iconic games and franchises, I don't find myself going back to play them nearly as often as SNK's 1990 action RPG, Crystalis. This game features a top-down worldview similar to Legend of Zelda and truly one of the strongest soundtracks on the NES. There is no map. Instead, you must rely on the dialogue with various townspeople to discern the next step of your journey. And the plot of this game is also quite detailed, centering in a post-apocalyptic world where Emperor Dragon rules the Earth, and our hero represents the last hope for humanity. No pressure, but the entire fate of the world depends on you. So let's dig into this game together. And in the words of the great George Costanza, do you have like a towel or something to sit on? It's like a 4-hour game. Thanks again for joining me today, everybody. If you haven't yet already subscribed to the channel, I would love for you to click that button. I'll be releasing new NES content at least once a week for the foreseeable future. And if that sort of thing interests you, I would love to have you along for the ride. And today we're going to be going through one of my, as I said in the intro, one of my favorite RPGs to play back through. It is SNK's Crystalis. So to give you a quick synopsis and what you're seeing in the intro here, basically there was a great end day, as they call it, on October 1st, 1997, which if you're my age, you might feel like that was the end. Because we all need back pain medication now. But basically there was a group that erected a tower in the sky that swore they would never be a part of the evil of the world again, basically. So where we find ourselves, the opening story here is that there is an Emperor Dragon that rules the creatures of the earth. There are still humans on the earth, but they live in fear, as it's saying, and as they feared the rebirth of evil, they remember the construction of the tower and of its consequences once activation had begun. So basically, the tower says the tower is basically going to be what destroys the world so that evil doesn't overtake it. At least that's my understanding of the story. It might be too smart for me, but more of the story is going to be revealed as we play through the game here. And in our intro section here, we get to put in our name. So obviously I'm not going to put in anything like, like I used to as a kid, where you would just take this opportunity to put in freeform text that you thought put in, funny and goofy words or poop or something like that. That was always the way that I did it as a kid. Not going to do that. We're much more mature here now on the channel. All right, and we are going to get it started. So as this begins, you emerge from this sort of chamber and out of the cave. You startle the daylights out of this guy, who jumps his entire body height off of the ground. And yeah, we're going to move our way through the town talking to different villagers. I'm not going to race through some of this dialogue because I personally have not gone through the whole game and actually read all this stuff. Typically, I skip through it. But I want to make sure that we see all the different spots where you can pick up clues of what to do and where to go to find items. So as I talk to that villager, they tell me that Zebu has some money that they set aside for me. We're going to go talk to a few more villagers. So in each town, and this is the town of Leaf, which is the little girl said right when we got out of the cave. Each town typically has like an elder, and an item shop, an armor and weapons shop. They might have a pawn shop. They could have a tavern where you meet townspeople, stuff like that. So talking to the elder here, he is going to provide me with the Sword of Wind, the first sword in our quest. And this was a part that some critics of the game said was a little wonky. You have to press select on your controller to access your weapons and armor and items. And that is where you can activate your weapons and your armor. So I just grabbed the Sword of Wind. There's one more guy I wanted to talk to. Yes, of course I visited the elder. All right, so I have some money that Zebu set aside for me. We're going to go ahead and see what's available in the item shop. There's a medical herb, an antidote, some warp boots, and an alarm flute. Now, I can't remember if in the instruction manual for the original NES they gave you descriptions of what these items are. As we go through them again, I'll let you know what they are. But for the most part, you don't really need an item at this point. Some people, if you're speedrunning, you might grab the alarm flute at this point. I'm going to take it a little bit slower. If this is a game maybe that you haven't gone through before, you want to maybe grab some armor and a shield first. So I'm taking the 100 in money that I received and putting on some armor, the tanned hide, and now we're out into the fields to start our battle. So there will be a little bit of level grinding as we go through this. These enemies here drop 2 coins, dollars? I guess we'll call them dollars. There's a dollar sign over there on our status bar at the bottom of the screen, so I guess we can call them that. And they drop 2 apiece, so they're probably the right place to go farming if you want to grab some gold, which is what we want to do. I want to see if I can grab 130 gold here in addition to leveling up a little bit to give us a shield as well as the alarm flute that we're going to need eventually. So, but I did want to highlight something I thought was interesting in this game. So if you were to just stroll, north in this beginning field and you go into this cave and you go up into this little extension there's nobody there. And one of the nice parts about this game is that they don't really let you go out of order. It can be maddening at times because, from the town, someone says, go see if you can start either see if you can start the windmill or there's a guard that's always sleeping, something like that. But if you go up here, there's nothing, no evidence of that, basically. And the reason is because we haven't gone and seen the wise man Zebu yet, who is in a different cave. So basically going to him unlocks part of the story that we go through at that section. So there are a lot of those moments in the game. If you've ever played this and said, oh, I never was able to get past that part, sometimes there are certain actions you take that activate other things to unlock. And in this case, this is just a prime example of one. You cannot wake up the windmill guard because he doesn't exist until you go and talk to Zebu in his cave. So the other nice part about going in those caves is it respawns all these enemies. So if you're farming for gold or XP, you're going to want to go in and out of those caves. And we'll do that, I'm sure, over the course of the walkthrough here. Show you some convenient farming spots so we're not spending a lot of time doing that and leveling up. All right, we make our way to the cave, and this is Zebu, and I'm the one they've been waiting for. He says, try to make the magic windmill work, and I will teach you some magic. And then there's this funky wall in the back there. We'll get into why it looks that color and out of that material a little bit later. But for now, we have our objective. We got to go make that windmill work. And now that we've talked to him, there's going to be a little bit more clear direction of what we have to do to get the windmill to work. So we'll pass back through the fields here, take our time knocking out these, I don't know, werewolves. They look like they're just tigers wearing mink coats. It's the white collar for me. It kind of just looks like they're showing up to a gala somewhere, strutting their way in. I don't know. Anyway, this is the stuff you come up with when you play RPGs. You got to come up with little stories of the enemies you face, 300 times when you play the game. But, all right, these little slimes will get out of here. I should be able to get to my next level because I killed 30 enemies there. So we're up to level 2. There are 16 total levels that you can increase your hero through. And now you see that we've talked to Zebu, we have a sleeping guard. So now he's asleep. What are we going to do? Well, if you remember back at that item shop in Leaf, they have an alarm flute for $50. So we will work on... We already have the 50, but I also want to go and grab that shield when I'm there, just to make sure that I don't take an unnecessary death in the future here. And as a general rule of thumb, when I play RPGs, I like to go through and level up my weapons and armor to the highest available level at the town or wherever it's being sold. So this is an area where I'm going to utilize the cave and just go back in and out and respawn these enemies, grabbing, $2 every time I... 2 coins, $2. It feels weird saying dollars, but I got to commit to one way or the other. Hopefully I will do that. And so we're going to grab, 2 for every one of these coins that they drop, and we'll work our way up to the $130 mark that we need to get to. So it's like 1 or 2 times going in and out of this cave and clearing the field that's going to bring us up to that threshold. I guess I could take the time at this point to say, this field soundtrack and the music for this, which was actually used in the intro of this game, still to this day is one of my favorite overworld themes to listen to. I can hum along to it. I'm pretty sure my wife even hums along to it because she's heard me humming it to myself over the course of our marriage. So now if I start humming it, all of a sudden she starts humming it along with me. So, but all throughout this game, hopefully you'll come to appreciate the music as much as I did going back through it as I've gotten older and hearing some of these again. It was really, really, truly a well put together soundtrack. At $110 now, probably one more time in the cave, we'll respawn enough enemies, and then we can go back to the town to grab our alarm flute. You do want to be at level, I'm pretty sure level 4, when you want to face the first boss in this. You could do it at level 3 or level 4, but level 4 just kind of guards against, you know, a fluke death or something like that pretty well. So if you can get to level 3 before you start that windmill, that's or pretty close to it, that's not a bad place to be. And then, yeah, we'll get kicking after that. All right, last farming is done. We've got $131 now, and well, now I just can't see him and let him just, you know, slosh around there, whatever he is, this jelly pile. All right, back into Leaf, and we have to go get our shield and our alarm flute. Pass by all these chatty Cathys here. Oh, still telling me about the wind, huh? That's nice. All right, the Carapace shield, and we'll equip that. Carapace, whatever it is. Not gonna work here anymore, that's for sure. Okay, and then we have to grab our alarm flute so we can wake up our sleeping beauty up at the windmill. And off we go on our first little side quest here to open up the next part of the game. That's another part of this, too, that I should mention. So this is indeed, as we go through this game, it roughly takes, you know, anywhere between 3.5, could be 4 hours, depending on how quickly we go. I'm going to be breaking this video up into sections of probably about 45 minutes apiece, just because, you know, that might be the amount of gaming that you want to do. If you do want to play along with the walkthrough, we can do it there. If you want to just view it in sections, we can do it that way. I'm going to put the time codes into the description, as we've done on all our videos, to let you kind of jump around and hold your place if you want to see the whole thing but just can't get through it, you know, in one sitting. This is another convenient place to do a little bit of farming too. If you don't need the money and you're trying just to speed run, this is a decent place to just constantly take out that enemy, grab the XP real quick, and duck into the cave. So anyway, just wanted to highlight that. We're gonna go over here and wake up our snoozing friend. So you go to him, he's still asleep. You have to go to your menu, highlight the item you want to use, and then stab your sword with B, and that will blow the flute. Oh, what was that? Don't do that again. It's you. Please don't tell Zebu to take this to the windmill, and it should get it started. And then he tells you that you're going to get a strange ball hidden in the cave that can break rock walls. So that'll be the next thing we're on the lookout for after we start this windmill and see what happens. All right, in we go. Grab our key, highlight it again, hit B to activate it. The windmill begins to work. And look at how adept we are. And apparently that turning blows a giant hole into the mountain. So we're not going to ask questions, we're just going to go in there and figure out what is awaiting us in that cave. Back out we go. This guy one more time. We're at level 3, which is where we wanted to be. And now we are headed to our first cave in Crystalis. One more of these guys. Now, the nice thing, too, about leveling up to this point, actually, I think it happened at level 2, is that charging your weapon, so holding B will charge your weapon to that level 1, where you see me right now, what I'm doing, where I got that, like, those orbs sort of circling me. You can either go back to Zebu, or you can just approach the cave, too, to learn the magic of Refresh. And that is your first spell that you're going to learn. Out of the 8 you'll learn in the entire game, this replenishes your energy. So you will use the A button to use your magic spell. Excuse me. When you highlight it, same way that we did items, you're going to go to your select screen, you'll highlight the spell that you want to use, and then when you press the A button in the game, it will utilize it. All right, some of these green jelly slug things that we're going to clear out. Not a bad thing to grab a little bit of XP and a little bit of gold here. They're not the greatest, but if you're going to pass by them, why not just, you know, destroy them? One more. Okay. We do want to keep our eye, too. We want to get to level 4 before we face the boss. So we're going to have a bunch of enemies we're going to clear in the rooms ahead to get close, but there might be a little bit of farming at the end, depending how much we have. Those pink enemies right there have poison, so just keep your distance from those if you can avoid it. If you do end up getting poisoned, there is an antidote in this cave somewhere. I think we're going to come to it in a minute. Because after this is just a quick, easy way to grab some warp boots. I didn't mention it before, but warp boots allow you to instantly transport to any town that you've already visited in the map. So at this point, it would just take us back to Leaf if we use those warp boots. But as you go through the game, there are many, many towns you will visit and go through, and it allows you to visit them. Oh, jeez. Okay. It allows you to visit them instantaneously. All right, we're a little bit low on life here, but I think we're going to... Oh my gosh, bats. Now we're dealing with bats. All right, we got ourselves a medical herb. Let's go ahead and maybe think about using it. Yeah, I think so. Okay. There we go. A little bit of breathing room now. And we'll just walk around that bat. Those guys are just annoying. Okay, what's up top here? Now, if you remember, they said you're looking for a ball that will help you break rock walls. Well, there is one of them. So hopefully we will find that just down south here. These bats are so annoying. Okay, and there it is, the ball of wind. Always gave me a chuckle as a child. But when you equip it, it ups the level of your power on your sword. And as you can see, you can shoot through the walls of the cave that we're in now. So I can take care of those bats. Whereas your level 1 attack does not do that. It stops at the wall. Your level 2 will fire all the way across the width of the screen and will break rock walls, as was alleged. And there is the antidote I spoke about before. So if you do happen to get poisoned going through here, just beeline down to get the ball of wind, go break that rock wall, grab the antidote, and then you can use it to clear the poison. And the nice part is now the ball of wind takes a lot less shots to undo these enemies here. So we're about halfway to the level we need to be. 76 XP out of 150, as you see at the bottom of the screen there. Ooh, a little 2-for-1. How do you do? We're going to make our way up here, another one of these dragons to kill, and then off to the left is going to be the first... the room we want to go into to grab, I believe, another medical herb, as well as probably farm here for a little bit, just to get our way up to level 4 before we face the boss. So, in and out of these caves, you can take out the dragons. There's also another dragon down that stretch. You can decide the level of going in and out of these rooms that you want to. You get 2 XP and 2 gold from those pink enemies, and you get 3 XP and 4 gold from these dragons. So you can decide, all right, maybe I'll kill both dragons and then swing in, kill both of these pink guys. Maybe that's the route you want to go. You know, whatever fits your fancy. Maybe you just want to go in and out, kill that one dragon each time. I don't really know the particularly the fastest way to do it. I'm not going to collect the gold anymore, though, so maybe I'll just, from a distance, try to take out some of these guys. And then, well, now I'm over here. Never mind. I'm so inconsistent with what I say. I'm terrible at committing to saying I'm not going to pick it up. And now I'm right here. I might as well get it. Because I do have my eye on, you know, whatever armor and stuff is going to be available in the next town. We want to make sure we have enough for it. So, okay, getting there. 124. Just a few more of these enemies to clear before we've farmed enough to get through the first boss. Oh, I like that. Pretty efficient now. In and out. Stick and move, baby. Stick and move. That's what we got to do. Eye of the tiger, baby. Eye of the tiger. Come on, give me one more of these. Okay. $162. Not too bad. I think I call it gold normally. It feels weird to say dollars. Typically, I call it gold, I think, because they're coins bouncing around. So, all right, we're going with gold. Gold is what we're going with. If I call it dollars again, I don't know. I'll have to get reprimanded in some way. One more enemy should do it, and then we're going to make our way to the boss of this level. Level increased to level 4. Perfect. And over to the right is going to be the last room we have to go into. So I like to get myself at full health here if possible. The Sword of Wind, the Ball of Wind be fully charged going in. And let's take a look at the boss. It's this sort of blue vampire-y type guy. Those bats are, they love to, oh gosh. Man, leave me alone. They love to just cause problems. Get away from me. Okay, if you can get positioned next to the guy and just rapid fire your sword, that's probably the best way to go. I was just taking it on the chin there, wasn't I? As he loses health, he moves faster and faster, so catching him becomes as fun as I'm making it look right now. Goodness gracious, what is with the evasion? This is not supposed to be this difficult. One shot for the love. There we go. Bats will continue to swirl after he is exploding. They take a little bit, so if you're close on health, make sure to keep avoiding them until he's done blowing up. And once you finally clear him, you will get rabbit boots, which allow you to jump. So if you don't have a spell engaged and you highlight those rabbit boots, the A button will allow you to jump. All right, we are over to our second town now, Burnmare, and we have just met Akana. He's a recurring character that's going to come back throughout the course of this game, and what he tells you is that he has lost his statue. I don't know why he's burneting a total stranger with this news. He really could just hold on to his own stuff, but nonetheless, nothing really new at the item shop, but higher prices, so keep in mind that as well. If you really do want to save money, you can always warp back to Leaf. They are the cheapest for medical herbs, antidotes, and warp boots. We have leather armor and a bronze shield that we can buy at this armor shop. So let's go ahead and equip the leather armor now. And on our status screen, you should be able to see that our defense now is a 10 and a 6. So that's our armor defense and our shield defense. Our start screen, your status screen, is going to tell you a lot more. I'll do an extended pause later and you guys can see all those statuses. But we're going to talk to these villagers, make sure that we understand. One thing they're telling us is that there is a poisonous maze off to the east, and that there are also some routes to Mount Sabre, which is a mountain that we're going to climb here in a little bit. Lets me know about Tornal, who trains pupils in the north, and then this guy tells me he's about to get rich, and his friend here, who's not as excited, says that he got it from collecting the stones. I always thought that was a weird sort of side story about this game. Now we find ourselves with a pawn shop, which is nice. We can sell that tanned hide for half of its value, get a little coin back, a little gold, and then yeah, let's go to the inn and just get our MP restored and our health. Okay, we are prettied up now, and the next thing we have to do is go find this guy Akana's statue. So to do that, we're going to head over to the east and go up north first. And now we've got these enemies that fire axes at you as they approach you. They're kind of like those werewolf enemies, but they've got some projectiles they can fire at you in a straight line there. So just be conscious. They do draw those blades pretty quickly, actually. So give yourself a little bit of distance when you are dispatching them. Don't take some needless HP losses there. And if you move over to the east and then, oh, I've got my refresh still activated here. I gotta turn that off. There we go. And now you can see you can jump with the rabbit boots. And if you go into that little patch of grass, you find the statue of Onyx. So that is the one that Akana is looking for, and you'll need that because he is going to give you an item that you need to get through that poison maze that they talked about back in Burnmare. So all one thing leading to another. We're going to move over there. Oh, I think also that statue is not available unless you talk to Akana first. So no reason to skip going to Burnmare. Okay, this is my statue. Thanks for finding it. Use this gas mask to avoid the poison in the maze. That is what you need in order to progress through that section. And that is what we're going to be doing next. So this next little sequence here is important to do in the right order. So as we were going, we heard that Tornal is training pupils in the north. Okay, that we also heard that there was this poison swamp maze that we have to go through, which we have the gas mask now to do that. And we also heard about Mount Sabre, where that guy tore out of the tavern and he was ready to go make $1 million. We have to do this in the right order. And thankfully, the game does provide a little bit of guidance. It won't let you attack Mount Sabre without the proper leveling up. So I couldn't go there now because I haven't completed the proper steps prior. So even if you were to stumble that direction first, it should guide you back to where you have to go. And where we have to go is over here to the right. We're going to equip that gas mask to make sure we don't take any damage when we're walking in. And here we are. So the maze can get you lost. This will be a kind of a useful part of the walkthrough if you don't feel like spending a lot of time searching around here. But you're going to go right to one intersection. You're going to go up. You're going to go right. And you're going to go up 2 more. And that's going to take you to the town of Oak. And this is where they talked about this town where they don't speak our language. All you're going to hear from every one of these pigs is go in peace. So we have no idea what we're going to do here. But by talking to these pigs, and all you have to do is talk to one of them, I believe, this is going to be the step that enables you to find Tornal in the north training his pupils. So we're going to use our warp boots. We're going to get out of here. Let's go back to Burnmare. And well, it'll just make it a little bit quicker to get where we have to go. And now we're going to go visit Tornal to find out what he's going to teach us up there. Back through these, I don't know, buck-tooth horses. I don't know what they are. But they're tossing axes, and they seem to be very upset. They're scowling. Anyway, now we're going to move our way up here through the mountains, and this is where we're going to come across Tornal's little shack up here. Our house, I guess. And here he is. If you are truly a legendary soldier, you should be able to defeat Stom easily. Alright, well, I got news for you. No matter how fast you can press the B button on your controller, you will never beat Stom on the first attempt. In fact, you probably won't beat him on the second or the third as well. I think you have to allow yourself to get beaten 2 or 3 times before you can even clear him. So you might as well just let him attack you. Because you're never going to win anyway. All you do is put off the inevitable. So I think I'll let him get me one more time here, and then once he does, I should be able to duel him to the back wall. Okay. What do you say, Stom? I'm Stom, training under Tortle. Thanks. Yeah, I know. I saw you. You were right there. Okay, one more of these. Now I should be able to shut this guy up. Let's have at it indeed, Stom. Haha! Now I've got you. I'm stabbing him right in the heart, and he's just moving back, kind of. All right. The magic of telepathy. This allows you to communicate with animals, which is big, and you can also speak to the wise men when you have problems. I will now go to the training place, find the tornado bracelet, and bring it to Tornal. Okay, so we have another objective, is finding the tornado bracelet, and now we can use this telepathy to speak with any of these wise men at any time. Really glad I spent MP on that, Kensu. Oh, there's nothing to tell me? All right, the ice slide at Mount Sabre is not only for sliding. That actually could be helpful. We'll bank that away for later. What does Tornal have to say? Grant the Oak people's request and then look for me in the west. Okay, decent enough. Enough clues to go on, I would say. Spent half my MP for that, though. One guy says, leave me alone. Appreciate that. So now that we have gotten our ability to talk to animals, let's go back to Oak and find out what their request is, which is what Tornal was talking about. And then once we've done that, we have a little bit of farming to do. But we'll take care of that in just a moment. All right, back in here, make sure if you have unequipped your gas mask, you put it on. You lose life very, very quickly if you walk in here without the gas mask. So just make sure that's equipped before you walk in. We're going back up to Oak now to find out what their deal is. Hey, I can understand you. You don't like humans. That's okay. So we're still not really anywhere. Haven't seen my boy since he went in the forest. Have you seen him? Now we've got an objective. All right, we're looking for her son. We've got people losing statues, people losing kids, nobody leaving their house. Everyone just like, well, he's as good as dead. Okay, this guy is just really upset with how I smell. Good, I think we got everything we needed from the villagers there. Once you're looking for the kid, again, down 2, and then you're going to go right 1, and then you're going to go down 2 more. As soon as this bug gets out of my way. Down 2 more, and it'll guide you right to her son. And he is crying and whining in the corner of the maze, said he wants to go home. So we're going to reverse it. We're going to go up 2, left 1, and up 2 more. And that'll take us back to Oak. Meanwhile, bring this kid home, find out what they say. Now I've granted their request. Let's see what Tornal was on to here. Forever indebted. Please take this as a reward. What do you got for me? An insect flute. Okay. I've never gotten a musical instrument for returning a missing child, but maybe that's the going rate. You saved the child? I thank you. There's a monster in the poison swamp. Many of the dwarves were eaten by this creature. He cannot attack the village because of an item you possess, but we cannot use. I leave this object in your care. The Sword of Fire. So he was scared of the Sword of Fire even though you can't use it? That must be a pretty good sword. So now you have a second option. So we have a Sword of Wind and Sword of Fire. The Sword of Fire only has the first level of its projectile attack, so it will not be able to go through all the walls at this point, but it is a bit stronger against all these enemies. And the other thing that is very important for this part is we're going to work our way back out to the field so we can farm a little bit, because we want to be at level 5 before we attack the boss. And if you move to the west here and you go out to where that blue enemy is and then kind of circle up around those trees, you're going to be able to farm 3 of those very quickly, and they're 8 XP a piece. So once you take out these guys, it's like 28 for every lap that you do. So it really doesn't take very long to get to level 5 from here if you haven't gotten there yet. This is kind of the ideal spot for farming. If you're still with us and you've benefited at all from this at this point, again, I encourage you guys to subscribe. I've really had a great time doing these walkthroughs. We're going to continue releasing one every Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern for the foreseeable future. So if you're enjoying these and want to play back through these classics again, we'd love to do that with you. And if you like the video and if there's something that we missed, or certainly anything in this game that I'm missing, or a technique or a strategy that I'm not highlighting here that needs to be, drop it in the comments so that other people can benefit from it. I still love the idea of the NES community coming together to share the best practices and all the little hacks and tricks of these games over the course of time that we've all kind of forgotten about them. So need a little refresh there. We've got a little bit more farming to go. But yeah, so, and have certainly appreciated all of the likes and comments on the previous videos as well. It's been great to interact with you guys at this point. So, all right. Oh, watch out for the little Axie boy there. Okay, 269. We're getting close. I think like one more lap around should do it. 3 of these guys. And then one more of those big axe throwers. And we're going to be golden. One more. Pin him up against the tree. There we go. Levels increased. So now we're at level 5. We should be fine to go after the insect. But hang on one second. I want to just check one thing while we're going around here. I want to work my way back this way and see if there's anything stopping me. You know what? Actually, let's go back to the town. Let's go back to the town and just heal up real quick. Just make sure that we're going in fresh. I'm pretty low on MP. I don't have a way of restoring that. I think I got to be ready. Oh, and I also, I want to make sure that I grab my new shield, too. I didn't even think about that until I saw the armor store. We never actually upgraded the shield. So, a couple of things to make sure that we're ready with. Let's sell that carapace shield. Get our gold for that. Let's go stop at the inn and make sure that we are all juiced up and ready to go. And then we'll head over and take on the boss over in the Poison Swamp. So this will be the second boss that we will dispatch here in this first section. And we're at about, how many playing minutes are we at here? Somewhere in the 30 range, right? We're getting there. Yeah, about 30 minutes in. And so we've made a decent amount of progress at this point. As I'm playing through this game, you know, I'm starting to feel a little bit of the player fatigue here. We could probably do this last boss and then maybe one more, maybe finding that tornado bracelet that was mentioned by Tornal as the thing that we have to go find and deliver to him. So maybe we take care of that in this first section, or when you're playing through it, we'll take care of that in the first section, then save our progress and go from there. So you're going to Oak, only don't go up those last 2 links. You're going to go all the way to the right and into this sort of dead-end pit here. And this is where we're going to use that insect flute to call the monster that haunts this swamp. And he is a big mamma jamma. I'm not going to mess with you. Now, he's going to have a buddy of his flying around. If you're really feeling bold, you can get super close to those projectiles he shoots, and you can attack him while he's shooting. The other option is just waiting until they stop, and then you can get him as he crosses your path. But it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. I mean, it can take a little while. Those projectiles that bug is firing do a lot of damage, so keep a very close eye on your life here. You don't want to take an extra... Oh, I'm in deep trouble. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I definitely just took one between the eyes there that I didn't need to. Okay. And one more shot, and we managed to dispatch of the insect, and he's going to leave us the ball of fire. Goodness gracious. And now we have our level 2 of our fire sword, and this is a serious, cool weapon. It's going to do multiple hits of damage on our opponent here. We'll show you right here. It just kind of like chases them and moves them back down the screen, as well as firing through these walls now to those flowers that shoot poison out. We're going to be able to take those out too. So nice little weapon here. Let's go back to Oak and make sure there's nothing else that we can get from them for doing this. Mom is just happy that we've got their kid there. Oh, the kid now swears he'll be good. Okay, just took getting lost in the swamp. I suppose that's tough love, or CPS needs to be called, one of the two. Monster is destroyed. You are one who saved us. And they say keep the sword. Okay, well, I was planning to keep the sword anyway. You didn't really do any favors for me. But with that, we have finished the insect master, insect boss, whatever you want to call it. And we have to make our way now to Mount Sabre, which was the other area that was referenced by the townspeople at Burnmare. So there are 2 paths when you're going to Mount Sabre that you can travel. And it's only going to let you travel the north path after you've secured the tornado bracelet. So we are actually going to work our way back towards the town, and this time going to work to the south and to the west. Not to be confused with the airline, but we are going southwest as soon as we get through this poisonous swamp and work our way back down. One thing I did like about this overworld, our character's pretty fast too. He doesn't plod along. So if you do have to move throughout the map, it's never really that long a wait to get to where you have to go. Couple of enemies here as we work our way south along the river. Just take them out quickly. And there we go, another one of these. I think 2 more maybe sitting down here. Yeah, one there, there. And then if you work your way all the way over to the far southwest corner, yes, see, we got the waterfall, so nothing we can do there. Just along the bottom mountains, and then you're going to come into this space where we're going to work into Sabre Mountain. I love the music in this part of the overworld. It's really, really good. Okay, when we work our way in here, fire sword is what you're going to need for these jokers. And they like to just come right up out of the ground. And then, now you get into one of the points of the game where people were like, all right, this is getting a little tired. Because there were going to be enemies in these caves that are only going to be susceptible to certain weapons. And then you have to, like, you got to switch between sword, you know, many, many times as you go through this. So there might be points when it's worth it to you if you're kind of farming for some XP or some gold or anything like that. You'll do the switches and you'll just do what you need to get, you know, to level up or whatever it is to save the money that you're trying to save. And there might be points when you just avoid these enemies because it's just not worth it to you. Now, if you'll see, we have the ball of fire. That is going to take out this ice wall, which was sitting right behind this guy when we saw him. And he tells us that the wind is filled with sorrow. We have to return to Leaf soon. So let's find out what's going on here. Because that the wind is filled with sorrow doesn't sound like particularly a good thing. I don't think Leaf ended up with like a grant from their local municipality to invest in, you know, infrastructure. It kind of sounds like something worse than that. And if you go back, sure enough, there ain't nobody here. The bunny tells us that some evil people attacked and took everyone away. And they're not kidding. Literally everyone's gone. You can't even go into a shop and get yourself a nice shield because nobody is manning the store. So everyone got stolen. They just upped and stole a town. How about that? Alright, so we've worked our way back towards this original field area. We know now that nobody is in the town of Leaf. We gotta go find these people. But we also have to find the tornado bracelet. We got a couple of things on our to-do list now that continues to grow, it seems. Let's work our way back through Zebu's cave, and we'll keep ascending Mount Sabre and figure out what we can do about this. Pretty good cave music here, too. Yeah, we do know we've got these susceptible to the sort of wind enemies coming up here, so let's take them out. Get ourselves a little bit more XP. Certainly nothing wrong with that. Yeah, get in a line, would you? Oh, this makes it easier. Certainly like that. There you go. And then if you get them pinned against the wall like that, just rapid firing with the sword is a nice, easy way. Sometimes you do end up with some collisions here that are a little bit wonky. Like if you just keep firing your sword, enemies can kind of work their way inside as your sword sort of retracts after you, stab or whatever. So I tend to like to use the charged power for my attacks, just keeping things at distance. And even if you use a sword that they're not susceptible to, they still take the shots, and move across the screen accordingly. They don't, they tend not to, they don't stay in one spot, basically. So, it'll just make the sound like it's ricocheting off of them, but they still move away from you when you do that. All right, let's hop up this slide. That's what Zebu was talking about, is that they're not just for sliding. You can also climb up them, and that is what we got to do here. And we're going to take care of this enemy before heading into our other cave. Oh, man, that's what I mean. You're going to hear that sound as you fire them back into the cave, but they don't do any damage. All right, got to switch back, fire sword. It really is not too bad. You get so familiar with how to manage your inventory because of having to switch swords so often that, it doesn't eventually become second nature. Oh, we got some spiders now in here. Okay, fantastic. I don't even know what they're susceptible to. Don't even want to try. Actually, I do know. It's the fire sword, but I didn't want to change it. All right, let's take a look real quick at something. We never actually did an extended look at this status screen. Just kind of hit my mind that we didn't. So you can see your attack level there and your attack power on the top section there. Your condition, if you're poisoned or anything like that, paralyzed, it'll tell you up there. The life points that you have out of your maximum, the armor defense you have, the shield defense you have, and then what each button is mapped to. So your Sword of Fire right now is going to be fired out with the B button. You've got your leather armor and your bronze shield. And then if you did have a spell, it would be attached to that A button. Or maybe your rabbit boots or whatever. So just a quick look at that status screen for you guys before we grab the tornado bracelet, which is always a nice find. Get the heck out of here. I don't feel like changing weapons because I want to kill these spiders instead. Oh gosh, those guys are poisoned too. Very annoying. I hate when you've got two sets of enemies on the screen that are vulnerable to different weapons. It's very annoying. You'll come to find out. Not annoying in a bad game type of way, just annoying in that stinks, that you got to sit there and go through each of them. Okay, down we go. And now we have to go and find Tornal and find out where he resides to see what he's going to give us, because he said, bring me that tornado bracelet, and you will get something from me. I didn't even mention, the tornado bracelet is the 3rd level of power for the wind sword, and for any of the bracelets that you get in this game, to fire off that ability costs MP. So for the tornado bracelet, I don't use it very often, but basically what it does is it creates a wall of tornadoes that attack your enemies, excuse me, in like a wave form, basically. So pretty powerful. It's gonna come into good use a little bit later in the game, but right now we don't need it. And excuse me, we can we can manage without it. Don't need to. All right, couple of spiders to deal with here. I do like taking this opportunity to farm a little bit still. We're pretty close to level 6. There is going to be a very good farming opportunity coming up, I believe, on the north part of Mount Sabre. Come on! What is happening here? There we go. And that's going to be one that's going to allow us a nice chance to level up very quickly. So I'm not going to worry about it too much, but I'll take care of the enemies that are in my way. Little warp boots there, that can never hurt. Saves you a little MP if you need to go somewhere. All right, let's take out these spiders. They're actually worth a bit. There we go. Ooh, 2 for 1 there. Love that. Very efficient. All right, just about 100 XP to get ourselves leveled up again. I don't know what those are. Are they brains? They kind of look like Krang a little bit. Only green. Actually, they don't look like Krang at all. Don't let me say stupid stuff like that ever again, okay? Okay, moving our way this way now. Another ice wall. Something still very exciting about going through these ice walls, even as you replay this game. Like, what's waiting on the other side? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the dork. Okay, spiders to go. A few more of these. They're decent XP. It's the only reason I'm not leaving them alone. Okay, a couple more of these. I mean, we're this close now. I just want to see that level up screen. Ah, forget it. Okay. Okay, moving over. Ooh, we got ourselves a little treasure chest. What do you got for me? Medical herb? Hey, beggars can't be choosers. We'll take it. We'll take it if you're given, you know what I mean? A couple more of these guys. I do love when they get in that straight line like that. You can just fire off level 1 attacks at them repeatedly. They don't break course. Just boom, boom, boom. Very cool. One more ice wall to break through, and then we have another choice. And in these mazes and in these places that I'm going, you know, admittedly, it's been a long time since I've replayed this game. It's not the worst thing in the world to go exploring and go looking around, because they do have some pretty good enemies in a couple of these areas. There we go, level up. Exactly what we wanted. There are some items that are useful to have around in a couple of these areas. You know, if I explore to the left and I come up to a dead end, I'll just end up, you know, firing back the other way. It's not a big deal. Okay. One more of these caves to go through. We gotta find Tornal here. Gotta get this section of the game finished up. 2 of these guys right in a row. Exactly what I needed. And an ice wall to take care of, and moving swimmingly through the cave. A couple more spiders. Come on. Let's go. Where do we go? North? I think we go north here. Let's try it. If we're wrong, we'll just go back. It's not a big deal. Nope, I think this I remember. This is the right way. This is where we're headed. This is going to take us to Tornal. I think it's one more cave through here. I don't feel like messing with these guys anymore. Yep, just avoid them at this point. Level 6 is pretty good for this, and we're just trying to get out of here so we can get our magic. There it is. So we get a magic ring, and we talk to Tornal, who's surprised that we made it back. Really appreciate the faith he has in us. And have a safe journey. All right, well, now we have teleport, and this is a magic that allows us, basically like warp boots. It's going to let us travel to any... Oh, geez, I got to use the magic ring. I'm out of magic. Allows us to travel to any town that we... any town that we haven't been... Or that we have been to. So let's go back to Burnmayer here. Let's get ourselves healed up. Grab a little bit of MP. We got ourselves the tornado bracelet, so we're ready to take on the north end of... Mount Sabre, and at this point this is probably a good place to save your game, and we'll replace the old one that we had, and we'll pick this up with the next section right now. Okay, we are going to load back up, and we are started towards Mount Sabre in the north. We have collected the tornado bracelet, we have collected teleport as a spell, and now we are moving up north to get ourselves through the first of the kind of main recurring bosses that come in through this game, which will appear at the end of Mount Sabre. So off we go back over to the right. Let's take a look at our status just for a moment. 12. Yeah, we're looking okay. We got teleport enabled here just in case. Yep, we're gonna... Oh, whoops. No, I don't want that enabled. Okay. We're gonna move back through this swamp, get my rabbit boots going. So I don't take any damage, and we're going to go up north over here by the swamp. That was the next selection or next section that we have to traverse. So we got some of these big slimy boys now that we got to take care of. A decent spot to farm, actually, if you haven't. There are a lot of enemies on screen. They're worth like 6 XP each, and you can do that area a little bit earlier if you choose. But right now we're headed up the north of Mount Sabre, and we're going to run into another, I guess, town, you could call it, in quotes, at Naider's Inn up here in just a moment. So let's go and see what he has to offer us. Okay. Trails blocked off, and there are strange people that wander there. It's quite weird. Okay, just judging others. Kind of love it. This guy loves the food, and there is Naider. So he's running kind of a little Airbnb up here. We got an inn section. Don't need it right now. Let's take a look at what else they've got for us. Items, Fruit of Power. That's actually going to restore your magic points, your MP, if you need it. So nice items to have in stock. I think I'm okay for right now with the amount of magic I need. And then, okay, so this is Naider's dad. Clearly showing that Naider was never good enough for him. He's talking about how his son's a wimp compared to him. I'm sure he won't go to therapy later in life for that. Oh, and this guy. He was the one who ran out of the tavern over in Brynmare, and he didn't make it quite that far. He was captured by a strange people, and he also saw the people from Leaf. So that's the other thing that we've got to do up here, is we have to free the townspeople of Leaf. Oh, and this guy has croaked. Isn't that nice? Can we jump up this one? No, that one's a bit too far, so we can't go up there. Let's see where the path leads us. Oh, down this way, and okay, we got a fence. We hear someone talking. It's these guys. So these are the Dragonia guards, and they're basically talking about how they're enjoying the fact that they have imprisoned the townspeople of Leaf, and they can't complain, and they must work harder. All right, well, it's time for us to dispatch of them. How does that sound? Just hide over here behind the fence, and you can fire away nice and easily with the ball of wind to take them out, to get yourself into the next set of caves that we're going to have to go into. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and take them. Get ourselves a little coin, get ourselves a little experience, and off we go. Okay, back into the cave now. Some familiar enemies that we're going to encounter here, some of those dragons that we've seen, but now also those guards are going to make their way through, and now we have poison little brain boys. Now these look a little bit more like Krang. The green ones didn't. I think I was just misplacing the two when I was thinking of the green ones versus the pink. These definitely do. And we're going to head off. Let's go to the left here and see what we get. I always end up taking, when I go through these caves, I always end up taking the first turn and just exploring it thoroughly. So that if you notice a pattern to me, I'll pretty much always go to the left if it's available. If I'm going up and then they offer a left route or some non-left route, I typically take the left for no other reason other than just habit and trying to be thorough, cleaning out these caves of any treasures or things they have. That guy's trying to hide under the bridge. Very, very sneaky. Little Krang. Okay. What do we have down here? An antidote. Isn't that nice? Okay, well. Not a bad thing to have stashed. Avoid these guys. Big waste of resources. Did kill a few of them. Did get a little XP. There is a great farming section up here, too. I referenced it a little bit earlier, maybe in the last section of play. I think it's actually coming up right out this door. Yeah, these two guys. So I'm sitting, 900 XP away from my next level. But I'm going to show you just how quickly it goes. Taking care of these guys. In and out of the cave, one ball of fire. And goodness gracious, and it's 30 XP every time you just fire that thing off. And if you just come out, a step or two, basically from that cave, you can knock out both of them with one fireball, and then it's very, very quick to level up. So I typically, when I get to this point, I'm normally at level 6 and ascending to level 7. I like to walk into this next cave at level 7. So I'm just going to take care of it. It'll probably take 2 minutes, maybe even less. To get leveled up. And in the meantime, while I'm telling you about that, or while you're seeing that on the screen, this was always, I guess I'll share a personal story of this one. This was one that my father had when we were growing up as kids, this game. And so we were a household that had this game and had Legend of Zelda 2, and those were the RPGs that we had. We didn't have any copy of Legend of Zelda 1, which was clearly the more popular game. But the thing about NES when you played it as kids is that you just played what you had. It wasn't a matter of, today you can go out and basically purchase any game that you need on demand. But back in the day, you had to load the family into the family truckster and go to Toys R Us or whatever other toy store that was local to you. And you had to and you had to search out that section, and you had to go and physically find copies of these games, and they were sold out sometimes. It was just the way that it worked. With everything being able to be streamed now, it's such a different landscape. So parents, understandably so, didn't always have the appetite to do that, so you just played what you had. You found one of these at a garage sale or at a flea market or something like that. And I remember my dad brought this one home, and he loved RPGs. This was just the way he loved to game, and I remember watching him play this thing, and I kind of fell in love with it that way. That was the reason that I really enjoyed it, because he got so into navigating around this whole world and the story of the whole thing. He just thought it was, he got really captivated by it. So anyway, just a personal note on why this game is particularly meaningful to me. All right, and that quickly, just that little 2-minute story allowed us to level up to level 7, and now we're going to take these guys whose heads are falling off. They like to take them off and whip them at us. I thought that was a little bit labyrinthy of an enemy there, taking our heads off and whipping them at them. Remember those little red creepy guys in Labyrinth? Okay, maybe you guys are listening at this point in the video, maybe you're not, I don't know, but that's what it makes me think of for whatever reason. All right, pin him against the wall there. Some pretty good XP and gold from those guys, actually. Let's try over to the right this time. I did just get finished saying I always go to the left if given the option, and maybe it's the rebellious spirit in me that made me go right here. But let's take a look. I'm not entirely sure which direction I've got to go to get to the top of the mountain here. We'll just kind of investigate it. A lot of these caves, too, you find that they're just a big loop. So you might go, in a couple of doors one way, and then they end up leading you to another door that, you didn't take in an earlier part of the path. It just leads you out a door heading the other way. So I don't get too caught up on where I'm going in these caves, because chances are I'm going to find a familiar spot, not too far away from whatever path I select. All right, take care of these Dragonia guards. They're tough little buggers, though. I'll tell you, they can take a lot of hits. All right. Keep firing. Keep firing. There we go. And they do a lot of damage too, so worth kind of just taking them out if you don't mind the extra couple of seconds of taking care of them. One more here. They are annoying, I tell you. All right, there we go. And we make our way outside. And what do we got? Another slide. Can we go up this one? I'm not entirely sure if we can. I don't want to chance it because that slide underneath, if I slide up and then back down, I don't want to get caught there. This one, I can go up if I go a little bit further. Let's skip that a sec. Yeah, this is the one that actually loops around. So there's nothing here right now that I have to get. Yeah, I don't think I need to climb up that prior slide. This is just a big loop, so we'll go back into the cave, and here we come upon these 2 brick walls that turn out to be the prison cells of the Leaf townspeople. So let's clear out these guards real quick. Make sure there's nothing that's going to get in our way. One more, jeez, they're everywhere. I do love it when these enemies circle for a while. I always put the voice of, "Which way did he go, George?" into their heads. Oh, jeez. And another one. Okay, they respawned on me. Get out of here. Let's just fire this through. Clear out the ice wall. All right. We got some... Oh, that was nice. Thank you for saving me. So you saved us. Big deal. These guys are not impressed. Apparently, the working conditions are not that bad. Key to prison is now mine. And we are headed back to the other cell here. Let's make sure we don't get another guard now. Get out of there. Okay. Let's take a look. The people of Dragonia are making a special metal for the minerals that we dig here. Okay, that's referenced a few times in this game. I think they're basically constructing like this ultra weapon. The Elder is held at the top of the prison, so that's at the top of the mountain in the prison, and it's connected to the top. And he lets us know that but they're not grateful little kids, so I don't know if I want to visit them again. All right, we have the key to the prison. Let's get ourselves out of this cave, and then I believe we will be at the first of the recurring bosses in this game that you'll get to see. Pesky little guys with visors. Their little arms just, I don't know, funny. Funny little arms. No power in those swords, though. They don't have a ball of wind like I do. Couple more. Okay. Alright, and out we go. 2 of them should be out here. Yep. Oh, gosh. Yeah, let's get out of the way of them. There we go. Get him in a rhythm here. and fire him away. Do not go down the slide. That's going to take you all the way back to the base of the mountain. We're going to climb the ladder here. You want to come over this way? No? Okay. All right, we're going to equip the tornado bracelet. I'm not sure if we're going to use it or not, but we're definitely going to have our refresh available. We have our rabbit boots, not that we particularly need them. And here is General Kelbesk, Dragonia's finest 4. Those are the 4 bosses that recur in this game. And he is susceptible to the Sword of Wind. Oh, I got a lot of shots on him there. If you're level 7, just be aware he does do a lot of damage. But as soon as he stands in one spot, just fire away with rapid strikes, and he'll actually go away pretty quickly. Next time you see me, it'll be your last. Something tells me he won't, or it won't. And then you pick up the flame bracelet. So you have now picked up 2 swords and 2 bracelets out of the 4 that are needed to complete this game. So kudos to you. Let's open the prison, go talk to the elder, and we'll see what he has to say for us. He appreciates the efforts. Let's proceed to the back of the cave. That'll lead you to Portoa. And they reference a queen with some strange power. So that sounds like the next town that we are headed to. Let's clear out this ice wall and move on to the next town. So finally tying together the nice loose ends of the story there, rescuing the people of Leaf. If you do go back there, they will be back in their town. And you get to, it seems through telepathy, you get another spell from this. You get paralysis, which will paralyze monsters as well as people. And it's by no mistake that they give you that spell. You're going to need that in this next town. So this is Portoa. Water from Mount Sabre makes this town prosper. Who would have thought? And they are looking to invade this town. Okay, so we got a war a-brewing. The people know about it. Some people went up to the waterfall but haven't returned yet. A monster lives up there. Also a greedy name named Akana went up there. Okay, so things to know. Fortune teller is in the town. She's not always there. Just things that we're learning about this town in general. This is, I don't know, I'm guessing the fortune teller's room here. I'm saying guessing, but I know it is. All right, armor shop. Let's see what we got available to us. What are the price? Yowza. Okay, bronze armor. We got platinum for 2,000 and a platinum shield for 1,500. We're not quite there to either of them yet. We'll keep an eye on those. And we got a girl from the southern lake came to rent a boat. Okay, sounds fun. Father went out to look for his lamp. He won't be back for a while. Okay, so we got a couple of things brewing. We got people in the waterfall that are turned to stone. We got somebody who rented a boat. We got a lamp that somebody's looking for, and a queen that is cryptic. Don't be rude to the queen. Generally good advice no matter what queen you're meeting. This is Evans. He teaches etiquette. Okay, fantastic. Good to know. What's going on in this other room? Oh, she's fixing the queen's meal. Well, watch out for that then. No kitchen, still fixing the queen's meal somehow. All right, let's go see this lady. I am indeed the one who climbed through Mount Sabre. It's too peaceful and you're bored? Okay, town looks great. Yeah, what do you want? Okay, fine. All right, but here is the trick. When you go back in to see the queen now, this guy's got a problem. Doesn't want to see anyone today. Well, we were just granted a handy bit of magic. Let's see what paralysis does to this guy. Let's freeze him right there, and now let's see what he's trying to hide. The queen is not there. Just like the townspeople said, sometimes she's not there. And you go back here and you find that there's a channel sitting behind the queen's chamber, and a couple of little spots here that look a little narrower with the water going across the river there. You're going to see what that, how that's handled in a minute. This guy finally wakes up from his paralysis and says still that he doesn't want you to see the queen. Okay, so we've kind of investigated this town here. We've got, but there was one thing that we didn't do, and now the fortune teller is there. So now she says to see the queen and your way will be open. Very interesting. How would she know? Well, you may have guessed it, but the queen actually is the fortune teller. I know I'm spoiling it a little bit. You'll see it in a minute. Did you know there's a cave behind the northern waterfall? Go there and I'll give you the flute of lime. Use it wisely. So you must see the queen, then go and see the fortune teller, and then come back and see the queen to get that flute of lime. That's the sequence of events there. So I did get hung up on that at one point when I played this game. I had to do it in the correct order and didn't. I kept wondering why I didn't have the flute of lime to free these villagers up in the northern waterfall that are made of stone. So, okay, and the new item here is a lysis plant. That's going to end up curing paralysis. And paralysis is another little attack that enemies have for you in this cave in just a moment. All right. Oh, they're not susceptible to flame. Well, nuts to you guys then. I'm leaving. And there's the waterfall. You can see the little hollowed out area, and here is the cave. So we're going to head... Oh, poisoned. Isn't that marvelous? Okay. Antidote, though. We're golden. We're golden. Let's use that wind sword because flame does nothing on them. And... clear him out. There we go. Alright, up and into the waterfall cave now. Little area here. Let's, like I said, go left. Poisoned again? Do I have another one? I don't think I do. Well, we can survive for a while. No big deal. And actually, I think we're gonna be fine to get what we need and actually get back in time. And if we need to, we can always teleport back and heal if we need to. Take care of the poison before it does its thing. Okay. Oh, I'm not even strong enough to take out that box. Okay, because the flame sword. What the? Okay, I'm extra poisoned now. Very good to know. Just don't take any extra damage. I still think it's not that big of a cave that I should be fine. I want to go ahead and get the water sword if possible, so we'll just make do with this right now. Let's get our way up to the top right. I got a pretty long life bar too, so if I use refresh, I should be fine for a while. Poison just takes one little HP at a time, and I should be fine to make it before I'm toast. Okay, here are the people that are in stone, and we'll refresh, take care of that. Yeah, I still got plenty. Oh my gosh. Well... could have saved a lot of refresh. I didn't realize I had another antidote. All right, let's use the Flute of Lime, return these people to normal. This guy's saved. This guy says, I heard that a fog lamp was here, but I couldn't find it. I'll look for it in a cave across the river. Okay, file that away. That was the old guy. That girl's dad was looking for the lamp. My guess is we're going to have to find that in a little while. Let's go to the left first here. These guys are insusceptible to fire. I don't feel like changing my sword, and I don't even know if they're susceptible to wind, which means that we must be coming up to something a little more potent than either. Maybe we will find it on this side. Let's see what we can see. All right, into the cave now, and what do we have? A little path up here? Who's up here? Oh, it's our good friend. It's Akana, who was brought up here. Apparently a greedy man, according to that lady in the town. And he is made of stone, so we need another Flute of Lime. Well, as luck would have it, there's a Flute of Lime. You know, funny how that thing works out. All right, let's go and unfreeze this guy and see what he's got to say. Hey, you're the one who found my statue. I'll give you this, but now we're even. The shield ring. This is a nice little item. So this item, when it's equipped, is gonna, I think, grants 50% strength to your shield. So right now I was a 13 and 13. Now I am 13 and 20. So an extra 7 points on my shield defense because of that shield ring. So nice little item that you get from Akana there. And that's one of the key items that you get in the game. You can see there's on your inventory screen, there are 8 slots. We are gonna fill up all 8 before this walkthrough is done. All right, let's move over to the right side of this room now. We went left first, as I typically do, and now we're going to avoid these guys on this side. Thankfully, they're big and slow. They do fire off projectiles that will turn you to stone, which if you have, I think you need one of the fruit at the item shop that I chose not to buy, but if you do have that, you can turn yourself out of stone, or you just sit there for a little bit, and you'll eventually change from stone back to normal. But they can hit you when you turn into stone, so just be cautious there. Oh, they do. Get out of my way. Okay. Moving this way. And we have ourselves a wall. And there it is. The Sword of Water is now in our possession. And now these guys are in big, big trouble. And not a bad place to do a little farming, because we need that platinum shield and platinum armor, and each of these guys gives you 50 coins, which is no light amount of gold. So, not a bad idea to go into this cave and do a little bit of farming. I'm actually going to do a little bit here so I can get an upgrade for either a shield or some armor, do something to make our guy a little bit stronger, because frankly, working off of the bronze shield and leather armor here is not a good idea. Probably want to upgrade that relatively quickly. And if you can get these guys pinned against the wall, which is not too tough to do, you can just grab a quick 50 gold every time you knock one of them out. So not too bad. All right, take that. We at least want to get the 1500 so we can get the, oh boy, get the platinum shield here, I think. So nice little farming spot here. Actually, I think on the left side of this room, if if I remember correctly. Let's work our way over there. But on the left side of this room, there's a nice like respawn spot where they sit and respawn pretty close. You don't have to walk too far before you get a bunch of enemies. I'll take this one out while I'm here. There we go. Let's pop back in, respawn them all anyway, and then let's work over to the left side this time. Oh yes, that was perfect. Pinned right against the wall. Yeah, right here, this guy here, and then the two above him, I think, are the ones that respawn pretty quickly. So, and we're actually already, we're almost leveling up too. We're getting 50 XP for each of these guys, so not a bad idea to do that here as well, if you need to. Because we haven't really done a level up probably since those... since level 7 when we were on Mount Hydra, so not a bad idea to just do that here. Okay, grabbed ourselves an extra level. Let's refresh ourselves, and what shall we do here? Let's kill this guy in the meantime while we're waiting. Should be a few up here, yeah. Let's grab a few more. I think I want the armor. I'd rather have the armor at 2,000 than the shield at 1,500, because I got a shield ring. So better to get the armor upgrade here first, I think, and then I'll worry about the rest after. So, but I have enough because there is a pawn shop that I can go and sell my leather armor and go and get the platinum. So that's what we will do. All right, out the cave we go. Everything off to the left in this cave was a waste of time, as we learned. The painful lesson of being poisoned and sitting there. Water sword works a lot better on these guys now. It's all turning our way. Everything is coming up, Nate. One more of these guys to take care of, and no, 2 more, I lied. And now we'll make our way back out of the cave and back over to Portoa, where we can get our armor upgrade that we're going to need before we get our next key item, which is going to be the Ball of Water. So, and these guys also can be taken down by the Sword of Water as well. Just all good things once you have more elemental swords to deal damage. All right, back to Portoa. Let's grab ourselves some armor. Get in there. All right, 2 grand for platinum armor, but it's a good one, and we're going to need it. So we were at 13 before, now we're at 22. So pretty good. Let's go and sell off this useless sack of threads known as the, oh, not that one. Yeah, leather armor. There we go. Okay, what's this lady got to tell me? Someone will wait for you at the lake in the south. Okay, well, good to know. Let's go to the lake in the south then. Kind of makes that an easy choice, doesn't it? It's a bit on the nose. All right, working our way back out now. Down across the bridge. Haven't gone this way yet. A couple of little, green wolfy type enemies here. They have pot bellies, don't they? They kind of look, they kind of look chubby. I'm not going to lie to you. They look like they could be a mascot of a professional sports team. Call them the, I don't know. Comment with what you think the professional sports team would be that those are the mascots for. All right, working our way along the river. Ooh, flying enemies. Oh, gosh, I hate these little pink things. They are very annoying to deal with. Oh, gosh. Always circling. Ever present. Always around. Oh, now he's dead. And then down here on the left is where we're going to go into that lake that they referenced. They being the fortune teller that told us. And if we go north here, we got this guy. That is the Sword of Water, the legendary one that I've waited for. This is Rage, protector of the lime tree, and he now gives us the Ball of Water. So that was really quick. Got the Sword of Water and Ball of Water in the matter of just a couple of minutes. Let's equip that, and he says now go into the tree. So if you fire the Ball of Water across, you can now build ice bridges across rivers and such. So this is Messia, or Messiah, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but she's linked to you in some way. And basically she is saying we have to meet up in Dragonia to continue our quest, basically. So that's where you're introduced to her as a character, and she will continue coming up in the story. But now the big key is that we can build bridges across rivers. So if you see a spot like you're going to see right here on the right, you can just fire that across, and now we have a bridge to a whole new world. Cue the song. So we're going to go into this cave over here, and we've got a couple of different things now that we have to do now that we have the ability to build bridges, and that's going to be access to some of these worlds. Okay, and now we can fire away at these dorks a little bit. Now, these guys are loaded with XP as well. So if you want to farm a little bit, this is not the worst cave to do it in. But they do paralyze you a lot. These spiders and peacock-looking things, whatever those enemies are. I think I always thought that, well, just like that. It didn't take much. And that doesn't, once you're paralyzed, you don't have the ability to charge your weapon to any level higher than nothing. And as I'm just realizing, I don't have the magic of recover right now. So we're going to have to let's do warp boots instead. Let's go back to Portoa, and we've got to go into the Queen's chambers here. I think that's our move. Because we have to go and see. So yeah, now of course, I forgot I need to be unparalyzed in order to do this. But what you're going to do now, when you go to see the fortune teller, she's not there, and then when you go to see the queen, she's also not there. So this is the change. After you get the ball of water, that's the change in Portoa that you see. So now we're going to head into the queen's chambers, and we're going to head back to that back channel that we were just in, but now we can build bridges. So over this way, you're going to build one this way, and then you find this is where it all gets revealed, right? You go in here, and you're behind the fortune teller counter. So obviously this is where the queen was going, and now we find another cave, and there she is. It's time I told you the truth. The fortune teller is really me. Oh, you don't say. But the real me is neither the fortune teller or the queen. Now, this was actually a reveal. This is Asina, one of the 3 great wise men, and she teaches you the magic of recover. That was what I was relying on just a moment ago. This is going to allow you to heal status effects like poison, paralysis, if you get turned into something else, transformed at some point. So good, very nice and handy ability to have recover on hand. No longer need to rely on antidotes or other things. Now we got a sick animal, and I don't like that one bit. So we give him a medical herb, we heal him, and he gives us the shell flute, which is going to allow us to travel on the water in the next section that we're going to need. So we bank that while we're back here, but we still have a couple of caves to explore in the next sections of this particular section of the walkthrough. So like I said before, we're doing this in about 45-minute sections or so. We're trying to walk through this game in kind of bite-sized chunks so that it's not overwhelming and it's something that you guys can actually play along with and do if you choose, but it can be done in playable sections of about 45 minutes apiece. So we're about halfway through what we're going to do in this segment here. And now I'm going to take us through the cave to get a key item that we're going to need. Actually, this is a key item that leads to something we're going to need for the final boss fight. You're already getting it at this stage of the game, about halfway through. So pretty cool that they packed that into this section. All right, clear out a few enemies, and I think we're good to go into this cave here, right? Are we getting there? Getting close? Yeah, I like it. All right, here we are. So another cave to work through. Let's go ahead and get our fire sword out in case it's these guys, these spiders. Oh boy. Got a little in over my skis there. All right, a couple of these spiders to deal. Paralysis, always. Oh, I got teleport on. I'm in shambles over here. Let's get this cleaned up, Nate. Okay, recover now. Much better. We're going to deal with these guys with the fire sword. Clear them out. Remember the peacock guy. All right, it's all coming back to me now. Shout out to Celine Dion. She's a treasure. All right, we're going to move. We got to use our ball of wind for this. Just another note, too. When you equip a different sword, if you don't have the bracelet of that sword equipped, it will default to only maxing you out at level 2 power out of your sword. So if you have for example, if you have the tornado bracelet but choose not to equip it, you're automatically going to use the ball of wind as your maximum power that comes out of that sword. But if you have only the ball of water, for example, like I have, you have to actually equip it to get that level 2. So just some of the weapon system jankiness that comes with this game. Yeah, these guys are a lot of XP. So this is a really good cave to work through even 1 or 2 times if you just want to grind out levels. I'm just going to kind of play through it and see what we can get just naturally as we go through and clear out these enemies. I don't want to bother with ones that are stupid. We're going to see what we can get just by clearing out these enemies as we move through this cave to get the key item that we're going to need. Oh, nice antidote. Now it saves us a little MP now that we have recover. And just in case we do get poisoned. Okay. Which is bound to happen at some point. I'm bound to run into one of these unclean enemies here. Poison, I don't know. Whatever we'll call them. Man, I love getting the cool 100 XP from those peacocky type enemies. It's so great. And they're super simple too. All right, moving through the rock walls. These little toadstools are not particularly enjoyable to deal with. All right, and out we go. I think we have one more cave to work through that we're going to do here in a moment. All right. No choices to make yet, just clearing enemies and working our way through. Definitely take your time at these points, too. Losing life can happen in a hurry. The recoil system after you do take damage is, like, you can take multiple hits in a row very quickly in this game, so no need to rush through these caves just like, oh, I want to, burn through it if you're trying to enjoy the playthrough. Take your time certainly in these, because I think a lot of these enemies are poisoned at this point too. They can really, lay on some damage. All right, and once we've gotten through that final cave, we're out into this sort of meadow that exists between the mountains, and there's one patch of grass, and in that patch of grass is something called the Carissa plant. So we're going to just bank that for later. That was the key item that we needed. And might want to just grab a few more XP out of these enemies here. So we work our way back, because it's a pretty good cave to level grind, so we'll do that. And enjoy the walk back, Give it the old round trip. Yeah, it's a good amount of XP from these guys. 80 for those, 100 for those peacock things. I mean, you can get ourselves up to level 10 here pretty quickly. All right, let's just go and examine and make sure there was nothing that we missed either. I think there was a turn I didn't take out of one of these doors here just a little while ago that I want to go back and see if there were any items potentially that I missed too. Because there are, especially in these caves, I know later in the game, but especially in these caves, sometimes buried in there are magic rings, which are great items to be able to bank. Which a magic ring is going to restore all of the MP that your character has, like to fill into max capacity. So this was, oh, well, it's a dead end. That was what I was thinking of being the spot I wanted to check. So, all right, good to know. Might as well, we'll come this far. I might as well keep right on going and walk our way out of this cave. And then we've got two more caves now, or two more areas now that we can check out now that we can build bridges. One of them is going to be where that fog lamp was. Remember the villager that turned to stone said that he was looking he was looking for the fog lamp. Come on, just get out of here. All right, let's recover. Maybe I'll wait. I'll wait until I need it. He said he was looking for well, I'm already right here. Why not? He was looking for the fog lamp and said that he couldn't find it. It might be in the cave across the river. So that was one thing that we had to note there. And then the other thing that we want to note, let's heal up first. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, no, wait. We've got enough for the platinum armor. That's right. I want to go and do that. Or platinum shield, excuse me. So we'll get that because we got 1,500. Bank that. And now we've got... Oh, why is that low? Oh, I don't have the shield ring on. I got to put the shield ring on if I want that to be higher. It's 23 to 17. There we go. I didn't have anything on. Could have helped myself. 23 and 26. Good ratings. All right, let's go sell that pile of puke, that bronze shield. That it's been real bronze shield, but that's enough. Okay. Did we heal up here? Yeah, probably a good idea. Alrighty. Full MP, full health, feel like a new man, got a shower, got a shave, we're ready to roll. Ready to go vanquish some evil. You know what I mean? Alright, we've got two more bridges that we can build. Heading over to the right here is going to be the... other bridge that we got to build in this area. Now the other... Well, actually it's premature to go to the third area we can access with a bridge because we're going to need an additional spell to really... utilize everything in that area. So this is the place to go now, and now we are on the hunt for the fog lamp. That is the item that, remember at the boathouse in Portoa, there was a girl who said her father was going to look for his lamp and couldn't find it. So that is our quest here. We have to find the fog lamp. Of course I got paralyzed because I'm not paying attention. So let's just get that out of here right now. And we're going to go and grab that item for this girl's father because getting it will allow us to utilize his boat, which we're going to need initially to get started on the Sea Quest part of this. Yes, I did reference Sea Quest. Shout out to Jonathan Brandis, very influential actor of my childhood. May he rest in peace. Okay, another high XP set of enemies here. These spiders and peacock things. We'll go right here first to see what this cave has to offer. God, Gosh, the spider things are probably my most annoying enemy. But there is a good... Yeah, this is the area where you can grind levels. So check it out. 100 XP for each of these. And if you go in... Is it out here? No, not this one. I think you got to go around the bottom. Yeah, go around the bottom, come back in. Same as on Mount Sabre. One ball of fire, and you're going to take out both of them. And it's 200 XP per. So you could actually grind 2 levels here in like no time. You know, this is going to take 10 quick trips in and out to get me up to level 10. So I'll at least boost myself to that level before we press on to the fog lamp here. I mean, it's just, it's very clean and very satisfying to grind levels here, in my humble opinion. All right, 4,800, 5 more to go. The peacocks never stood a chance. They're dark purple this time. I thought they had a lot more power now that they're dark purple. I suppose not. All right, 2 more. There we go. And final one in the oh-so-satisfying level-up screen. Love it. All right, we're at level 10. Only 6 more to go before we're maxed out, but we don't have to do any more of that there. 8,000 would be a lot to grind there, and there's really no need for it. We're plenty powerful to get through this cave and finish this section of the playthrough, of the walkthrough at this point. Okay, at this point, treasure chests now are all sus, because anyone that you approach could be one of those that tries to eat you. They are also poisoned, but they are worth 500 gold when you kill them, and they are susceptible to fire. So, not the worst thing in the world when you encounter them, as long as you finish them up with the Sword of Fire and get that 500 gold. All right, a couple more of these guys to work through. Let's go. Case in point. I knew it. I just talked about it and knew that they were going to poison me. But I did get an antidote. I banked that one earlier, so we'll use that, save ourselves some MP. Ugh, always changing swords. Always changing swords. But like I said, you get very used to it after a while. You change so often in this game. All right, let's head to the left first, see what we get. Let's go up. Why not? Always break the wall. Always break the wall and try it. There we go. Free XP. Don't paralyze me. Okay. More peacocks and spiders. Those could be... You know what? The pot-belly enemies out in the field, they could be the mascot for the peacocks and spiders. That's the pro sports team that it needed to be. Oh, you got to do things to entertain yourself when you play these RPGs. You got to say something to keep yourself entertained. All right, that was a big dead end, so we're going to move over to the right. It was just a giant loop of nothing. All right, heading to the left now. I know we're honing in now. We're a cave or 2 away from the fog lamp, I believe, in this section. So fire away a few more of these enemies. Up north, let's see what we got. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Early brick wall makes me feel like we're hot on the trail. Is that something old people say? Oh, we're hot on that trail. That's something I say, so I suppose it is. More and more and more of these enemies. Okay. Work our way down this time? Right? Let's go right. Follow the peacock. What do we got over here? Okay, okay, okay. Another wall. I like it. Creating access where it is needed. Oh, and a bridge, too? Always a good sign. Bridges, walls, always a good sign that we are on the right trail. Come on. Oh, we're not on the right trail. Looped us right back to where we came out. So we just made a giant circle, basically. So going to the right at that little fork in the road that we had when we went up this way was the wrong choice. We have to go down at that path. But hey, we're getting our steps in. Let's not lose sight of that. It's a very big thing in today's culture. We want to make sure that our Fitbit says that we did our part for the day. All right, yeah, down here is the play, not going right there. All right, brick wall is totaled. And a second brick wall. Now we really know we're on the right path. You get 2 brick walls in a row. That's got to be the right path. Oh yeah, and now we're going under a bridge. Perfect. Couple more of these enemies. Yeah, we're definitely entering the last section now that we gotta get into. Oh, more of these spiders, though. So annoying. Hate them. Hate them! Oh, we got these guys now? Different enemies? Yeah, we're definitely on the right path. Get rid of these. I'm just gonna walk around you. I'm tired of you. More walls. We're closing in now. Oh, gosh. They do just pop out of nowhere. The one drawback of being so fast is you can walk right dead into enemies that you're not intending to. Get out of my face. Oh my gosh, looping around and up and down and around. I believe this is it. This is the final cave, and this is the final wall before we finally enter. Could I have done the water sword on all... Alright. I didn't realize I could have done the water sword on all these idiots. I would have busted it out earlier. Nonetheless, point taken. Don't make the same mistake I did. Fog lamp is ours. Okay, do not want to walk through that cave again. Let's get the heck out of here and go back to Portoa and figure out what we're going to do. First of all, heal up. Make sure we get our MP and our health back. And let's go see what we got here. Turn off teleport, turn on telepathy. Let's see what people are saying. Amazones is a village southeast of Brynamer and Burnmare, whatever it is. Don't rely so Don't rely so much on others. It's helpful. Carissa plant is the base for a fine perfume. Good to know. So we're gonna need to know that information later. And I lost it. I can't believe I lost it. Maybe it's in the channel behind the palace. Oh, what a mess. So we got a thing behind the palace. We've got a town that's east of Burnmare. And we have the Carissa plant is the base of a fine perfume. So all good things for us to know. Let's go and give this fog lamp to our buddy. He lost his fog lamp and he's rather upset. You don't give up easily. No, I don't. I'm going to give you your lamp. You went in the cave and gave this to me. I have great courage. Use my boat as you like. Well, don't mind if I do. Love this. Dee 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 dee. I like swinging my sword to the tune. Because again, you do things to keep yourself happy when you play these games. I lost something and I'm all mixed up. Kensu just sitting on the floor. Okay, I got nothing. Now is when we're going to have to use that shell flute that we got from the sick dolphin. I'm aware of how that sentence sounds, but I'm still okay saying it. Let's go find Kensu's item. And it's in the channel behind the palace. Well, that happens to be right here. If you just go left, right out of that little shed, and it's up at the top section. There it is, right there. The love pendant. That was my nickname in high school. All right, let's go back and see if he will take that item, and we can get something from him. Come on. And there we are. What do you got for me? What do you got for me? The love pendant. Nothing happens. Come on. Well, this is not where you give it to him. We'll hold on to that for a little while. Let's use the shell flute, and let's go and explore just a little bit more. Let's find the next spot we have to be before maybe we go ahead and save it again here. We've done about 45 minutes of progress, and those are the kind of sections of this game I'm breaking it into. So let's fire away this trident-throwing swamp thing, whatever he is. This weird flaily-armed octopus. Obvious enemies. That would be on the sea, of course. Where else are we here? What else we got? Anything? I'm like lost at sea here. I gotta figure out. I gotta get my bearings here. Get my legs going. What do we have? No, not up there. Should I go? Can I go in here? Where am I going? Sorry, this is a top-end walkthrough, isn't it? That's right. Go to Joel first. Okay, that's the cave that we're going into next. We have to go to the next town, which is Joel. There's the lighthouse, and it's just east of the lighthouse. There is my driveway, I guess, whatever you want to call it. This is Joel Island. The next one to the west is Evil Spirit Island. That's what we're going into next time. Let's talk to these people. You surprised me. I thought you were a monster. You don't get out much, do you? Woman sorcerer from Dragonia. People have disappeared and strange monsters live there now. Okay, all good things. Nothing really of note that we need to know. Oh, we got an alarm flute for sale. Someone else sleeping somewhere? Probably. In a little bit. Let's see what's in. Is there another rabbit in there? Clark, who's the Elder's brother, is not returned yet. Okay, good to know. Elder is here. It's Ralph, the Elder of Joel. That sounds like a biblical verse. And Ralph begat Joel, begat... well, whatever. Okay, We got a girl being sacrificed in here. All right, we're getting story rich with this RPG at this point. Let's go and check out the shed. Nothing in there. And anyone else to talk to? We got anyone else? I think that was it. All right, let's go ahead, stay at the inn, and let's save our game progress here. You guys are we're about 50% of the way. So we'll save it here, and we'll pick it up in just a moment. All right, we're back. We're going to load back up where we were. We are on Joel Island, and I think our next step that we have to go to is off into the evil island next door that the townspeople had referenced. So we'll call our dolphin back. We see there's a lighthouse there, but not really sure how to access it yet. But we'll find that in just a minute. So if you make your way... where did I go? To the north? No, I'm definitely up too high. I might have missed a turn here. So if you go too far up, you're going to run into some waterfalls. But if you keep making your way left, there's a little structure there. And then this is the mountain island that they're referencing. So, and this turns out to be a fantastic place to farm. So going through and taking out these enemies here, whatever they are, I don't know what they are. Oysters? Small, no idea what these little floating buoys are, but nonetheless, if you clear out the entire room of them a couple of times, you're going to level yourself up really quickly. I think they're like 160-ish XP per. So you get about 1,000 every time you exit and enter this room. So we're just going to do that real quick to level up before we go into the next cave, which is going to have a bit of, some more advanced enemies now for us to deal with. So just not a bad idea if you have an opportunity at a nice, convenient farming location to just take care of this. So a few more of these. I like to, they don't really move, so you don't have to charge up your weapon or do any, charging of your battle attack. You really just need to keep exiting and entering, and you'll work your way through. I think 2 more of these ought to do it. So let's clear out the room one more time. Looks eerily similar to the channel behind Portoa, but we won't get on the developers about that. No, I'm just kidding. It's different once you get to the right. Okay, 1 more of these ought to do it. Clear out this room, grab ourselves 1 more level. Should be coming here. 2 more. And how do you do? All right, levels increased. Next level's 10 grand. I don't have the patience for that. Let's keep moving. Off the dolphin and into the cave. So let's see what we've got ahead of us here. Oh yes, this is the great joy of the water sword and the ball of water that we're going to use. So, oops, I got my shell food in there. So we're going to make our way down. We're going to go down first. Honestly, I'm pretty sure there are not any particularly, maze. There are not any, really deceptive parts of this cave. You pretty much have one way to go. You just have to kind of seek out which way that is. So if we go down first, we'll build our little ice bridge and keep right on moving. Not too many enemies in this cave. In this particular cave, from what I can remember. You see a little dragon on the other side of the river there. We're going to cross into 1 more, but I like to examine the same side that I'm on, and as you see, we're at a dead end. And just in case, I don't think there's a buried or a little hidden treasure over here, but just to make sure, okay, nothing there. So, yeah, I believe for this room, it's not a deceptive path for you to go. You really just need to follow really the only route that it's going to let you go. We can go up here and see what we have. Do we want to go right? Is there a path out of here? I can't remember. What do we want to do? My rule is always going left, but I feel like going right might be a dead... I don't know. Let's go up first. Let's see. All right, we got a wall. I like walls. Always makes me feel like I'm on the right track. Just these guys. All right, magic ring. Certainly not going to scoff at that. Very useful item. Going to restore all of our MP if we choose. And then it looks like this was just a quick outlet to another path there. So, got a magic ring. No worse for wear. Let's keep pressing on. See what we run into. Take care of that dragon. Don't need them around. I think they shoot paralysis too if you're not quick. So don't get caught sleeping on that one because you definitely need it for this. All right, another wall. Certainly like that. Hang on. Turn off the ball of water. Don't want to drop it. Absolutely. Glad that they don't let you accidentally do that. All right, we make our way up, and this is the path down. Okay, do we want to go in yet? Let's go search the rest of this cave first, just to be sure that there's nothing else that we want to grab. And just like I said, they do paralyze you. All right, well, I'm not gonna do anything about it until I need to use another powered up attack here. Let's see if there's anything else I need it for. Nothing there, nothing there. Okay, dead end. All right, good enough. Then there's nothing that I got to worry about here. Oh, I wonder if later. I wonder if you can get back to that area later in the game. I'm just spinning my wheels now, thinking ahead if there's a way to access that part of the river that I didn't before. Okay, I want to go and examine that. There's one more place. I want to go back just to make sure that I've got this right, because that area there that I did not check. There was a part earlier in this cave that there was a path I didn't take, and I want to just go quick and examine that to make sure there's not something I'm forgetting there. I don't think there is, but remember I went down from the get-go when I came into this cave. We're going to go north first and see if there's not something, because this is the other side of what I was just looking at. And I saw an enemy down here, and it just spawned my memory. Oh, wait, I want to make sure that there's something. Okay. Oh, my lord. Okay, we got to get moving. The convergence of all three of those enemies. And now that I've got paralysis and poison, why not use recover now and take care of both? So kind of a convenient thing to do there. Okay. And make sure that there's nothing else that we can get over here. Get this guy out of the way. These guys are annoying. And there's the dead end I ran into just a moment ago. But is there anything up here? Okay, one more bridge to build, but there's nothing on this side, right? It's just another dead end on this side. Okay, so big waste of time, but I feel better knowing that there was not a treasure chest or something there that I needed to get from that area. Gosh, those flying things are truly annoying. They just spawn and come right at you in intervals in this cave. But we know now that we are in the right spot. Except we have one more area. That was a nifty little combat move. We have one more area that we have to examine, and that is the hallway to the right. At the first hallway to the right. Let's just push this guy back. I don't feel like changing weapons. Okay. Hallway to the right when we get up to the top here. So we're going to work our way north and then off to the west. And I'm just firing out my sword in case those guys spawn at us here. Very annoying. Okay. All right. It might be time to think about healing up here. Right. There we go. Refresh it is. Ooh, duck out of the way there. This is what I was referring to. The cave off to the right here. We want to examine the right side, make sure there's nothing that we can use. And sure enough, it's dead end. Okay, so we know that the only place that we have to go now is to the left. And there's nothing in this little passage here. So we have examined every square inch. Of course, we get paralyzed again, because that is just the recklessness with which we operate. But it doesn't kill us yet. We'll just hold off. We don't really need to power up our weapon just yet, so let's see what we get. All right, we've made it through that cave into the next section now. And keep an eye out for enemies. Anything flying at me? No? All right, where do we go here? I think I'm going to take my first turn, which is generally my rule of thumb. That's fine. I don't care that I'm paralyzed again. All right, we got something over here. All right, we go right here. Down is dead end. All right, I got to go up and examine this one. I did pass up turning down there. Let's see if I need to do that later. Oh, I had another turn down here. Okay, this is the only path, though. Oh, riding on these platforms normally leads us to good places. Let's see what this does for us. What do we got? I'm paralyzed. 150 life. Just checking the status here. 2530 feels pretty good. Oh, bear with me a second. Yeah, maybe I want to use like a magic ring or something next. Okay. Here we go. Off the platform. Take care of this guy. So the only turn that I missed right now is the one where I turned down. Oh, great. Now I got a north. Okay, this is just... Oh, that's nice. Very convenient. Saved me a little bit of MP. Take care of my paralysis with that. All right, so I got to... Oh, we're into the town. Okay, so we came across the place that we need to be here, which is good. And it's filled with zombies that don't say anything. Ooh, something like that. I do a very good zombie noise, in case you didn't know. And we are going to face our next challenger here, which is... Oh, actually, we've got to go through another set of caves. This is the inhabited island that the residents on Joel were referencing, and now we're into kind of a Dragon temple here that we have to clear out. So we got these little dorks still with their little helmets and visors that we've got to dispatch with the Sword of Wind. And in these types of castles and stuff, I always work my way up and to the left first, and then just kind of get as far over as I can and then work it systemically after that. So, all right, we got a little path here that allows us in. Get out of there. Look at the little dipsy-do we gave him. That was a nice little move. Nice little maneuver there. And, all right, we've got a path into the back. Okay, so these are enemies that you cannot see. All you see is their shadow. In order to reveal them, you have to hit them with a level 3 attack. So either your tornado bracelet or the flame bracelet, and that will bring them into visibility. And then once you've done that, you can attack them to dispatch them. I just don't like using all my MP on that. Oh, Fruit of Power. Well, speaking of MP, got a little bit more. All right, quick shortcut to drop back down, and we'll get out of that cave. Okay, this is where we just were, so I don't need to go this way again. And we got a Fruit of Power, which is nice. We get ourselves a little MP for free. All right, we'll go, where do we want to go? Do I want to go right here? Let's take care of these dorks first and figure out where we want to go. Get out of the way. Flappy-armed, flying nightmares. Okay. All right, so it doesn't matter if I go right or down because it's all going to lead us to the same place, it looks like. Okay, and that's where we came from. So I think we've examined everything on the left side of this world now. We're going to move to the right, see what we got over here along the path. One more of these enemies. Okay. And into this level, and here we go, a little mini boss. That tells me we're on the right track. And you guys remember this one? Hopefully we can dispatch him a little easier than we did last time. Oh man, I totally had him there. Okay, pretty easy if you just keep swinging that Sword of Wind, and he'll leave you a Fruit of Power, get yourself a little magic points. Why not use it? Why not, right? Grab, what, 32 each one of them? There you go. So build up the magic a little bit. All right, we're in good shape. Gonna roll left now. What do we, maybe we'll go north here. I don't like those little butterfly things. What do we got? Oh, another one. Couldn't avoid him at all. All right, another one of these invisible enemies. Hey, giant dead end. Don't go north there, guys. Skip ahead of that this part of the video. In fact, never watch this part of the video again. All right, work our way back down. Just avoid these guys. When you kill those butterflies, they spray poison or paralysis too, so just not worth it for the XP in my opinion. And if you can avoid these invisible enemies, more power to you. But I don't know if I can here because I've got to get rid of them so I can ride on this platform. So let's fire off the tornado bracelet. There they are, and then you can just pin them against the wall and take care of them. And once you get them out of the way, we can ride this platform over to the right. And we'll get one more of them done just to make sure he doesn't bother us. Very good. Okay, I like it. All right, now we're coming up to a giant like pit of, I don't know, swamp pit, whatever you want to call it. Grab the rabbit boots, and you'll be able to just kind of hop your way up here without losing too much life. And get yourself a medical herb. I know that was definitely worth the trip, wasn't it? I'm still not going to scoff at free life. It does save me a little MP, but definitely was hoping it was something better than that. Another magic ring wouldn't have been bad. Okie doke. Back we go. Not going to kill them again because I don't need to ride that. And we'll go south here. And, oh gosh. Oh, Lord. I spin in circles like that. They're a little bit unpredictable. So I got one, well, I've wasted it. One charged up weapon to use. And it looked like I was going to save it. But, all right, we'll use recover. It looks like we probably need to heal up here because we look like we're approaching a boss fight. And in this particular boss fight, let's see what we got. I got refresh enabled. We're going to go fire bracelet because oh no. Help, there's a sorcerer in the back of the chamber. Oh, you thought so. Well, what you come to find out is that this is a giant ruse, and if you attack her, she reveals that she is in fact Sabre, one of the other finest 4 from Dragonia, and we're into the second recurring boss fight. So, you're going to use your fire sword for this one. He's going to just kind of lay out a bunch of these like projectiles, and you just want to get on the same plane and fire that ball of fire if you want. If you have the MP for it, the flame bracelet is fine, and does a lot of damage, but you know, it does cost a bit of MP, and I'm frankly a little bit low on it. I have a magic ring. Let's see if I can save it. It's honestly not too tough of a boss. You just gotta kind of keep yourself, actually, to avoid those projectiles when he stops and you start and he starts firing those things off. First of all, you get a little bit of NES lag to let you adjust a little bit, which is nice. But the second thing is that if you can quickly circle him when he stops, you know, he only fires those projectiles in succession. You see, he starts out firing one way and then just follows it. But enough shots with the ball of fire, and that will take care of him. He steals Messia, and you get the broken statue as a gift here. And when you fall into the hole in the back, you see it was all a decoy, and then you come out and you have saved the village. So now we're going to talk to these villagers, find out if there's anything here. An altar for the Statue of Gold is close by. All right, remember, we needed to do that. Asina was the one who said if we can ditch the whirlpools, she'll teach us some new magic. Well, now we can go into this house. We find out that a glowing lamp fixes broken stuff. We just got a broken statue. And now Clark, the elder, says that we did it, and he gives us some eyeglasses. So, all right, we picked up a key item. We picked up, today is we got to cross the whirlpools. Oh, this guy helps us too. Statue of Gold, if placed properly, can return from any storm, or whatever he said. So we need to find the Statue of Gold. We have a broken statue, and we learned that there is a glowing lamp that fixes stuff. Kind of feels like maybe we should fix it with the glowing lamp. Let's find the glowing lamp and figure out what to do. All right, recover here. I did want to check. Oh gosh, I'm 1 MP too low. All right, let's use refresh, and then we'll do this whole thing. Got it. All right, now we're rolling, and now we'll recover the paralysis. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll wait. Yeah, let's wait. All right, move our way this way. There was another avenue that we didn't travel when we were going through this cave. I think I didn't go... Oh, no, I did go north there. I got myself a lysis plant or something there. But I got to go back through this moving platform, and then there was another avenue I didn't take here. I just want to make sure there are no items there that I forgot. But really, our next goal here is to head back to the island of the village of Joel. And those eyeglasses end up showing us a secret path to get to that lighthouse that we were unable to access before. So, all right, down there, remember there was nothing. This was the path that we didn't take before. This was the one that we bypassed in order to go to the right, but now we're going to just see if there's anything good for us behind this wall. Behind door number 1. All right, off the dragon, so long. 6,000 XP too. Almost to level 12, which is nice to just get organically. These guys are just relentless. Ooh, double shot. Love the double with the ball of water. Okay. Clear out this dragon, and it looks like it just brought us back to a later part of the cave. Yeah, this was the part that I opted to not go down another avenue here, and I just want to retrace, make sure I'm right, but I think this is the part in the other part of the cave that we opted not to go on. Yep, that's exactly right. So we didn't travel down on the first option we had, and now it just loops us to another path here, basically, that we just took back up. Okay, so just one big circle. There was nothing hidden that we... fired 2 in a row. Awesome. Okay, more paralysis. Let's just see if there's anything over far to the left. This is an area we have not gone yet, and of course we need to power up our sword, so I've got to use more NP. The paralysis is the most pesky part of this game, I would say, is having to recover from that constantly. Anything up here? Did we forget anything? Ooh, new room. I love a new room. Oh, that's right. We have got things to get in here. I totally forgot. There is one more key item in this cave that we need to grab, and it's actually quite useful. So first treasure chest is a complete decoy, and we want to make sure we use the flame bracelet to take care of that. I legitimately forgot that we had to grab this item before heading back. And it's a good thing I did decide to examine the rest of the cave. So as we make our way up on this side, and just in case there's a decoy, I don't think it is. Yeah, the iron necklace. So just like we got the shield ring from Akana, you see our defense is 25 and 19 here. If we equip that iron necklace, it is going to boost the strength of... So this boosts the shield. That would make it 25-30. But our iron necklace is going to boost our armor, which makes it 36-19. So the difference between the armor and the shield strength is that if you... Armor defending if you collide with something, and shield is the power used if you run into a projectile. So just for your own awareness. And I tend to run into things much more than projectiles, so I'll leave the iron necklace on. All right, now we can warp out of here, go over back to Joel, and get ourselves... let's go check with the Elder, make sure there's nothing else that he wants to give us. No, he just says, thank you, our village is saved. Appreciate gratitude. I'm certainly not going to be mad about that. These ladies are glad they don't have to be sacrificed anymore. Quite interesting. And, all right, this guy gets to go back to fishing. I mean, who of us doesn't want to do that? But remember this, oh wait, is there one other thing that we want to check for? Ah, yes. Remember they were selling alarm flutes in here? We want to go ahead and grab one of those. It's not by accident that it's sold there. And now we're going to use those eyeglasses that we got from Clark. Are you serious, Clark? Yes, I am. We're going to use those and move our way along this back hidden passage, and look at where it lets us out, right here at the lighthouse that we were wondering what to do. And sure enough, there's our guy sleeping again. So that's why they're selling the alarm flute. Go up and use that. Let's go ahead and select it. And then wake him up. And now he says, I was happily sleeping. A person like you should be eaten by zombies. This is truly one of the wisest men I've encountered in this game. And there's the glowing lamp. This is the thing that fixes broken stuff. If you use it, the broken statue is reconstructed to become the statue of gold, which is what we needed to get rid of the whirlpool. So now we have to head back to that altar and set the statue of gold to create access to the new town. Pretty good. I don't know. Pretty satisfying little sequence of events there for me. I always liked that you get the broken statue, you get the eyeglasses, which lead you to the hidden door, which leads you to the, those sorts of sequences are always very satisfying to me in RPGs. All right, the statue is all the way to the northwest. So you're going to make your way left, past that island that we just entered, and if you go up the left side of it, it's right here in front, and there is the altar. So Dolphin says take care, you stand right in there in the middle, and then grab the Statue of Gold, and the Statue of Gold is placed and the angry sea is calmed. So back onto the Dolphin, and if you go north from here and a little bit east, you have crossed the whirlpool, and now you learn the bad magic of barrier. So we wise men will leave for Shyron, that's the new town that they're going to, and Azteca, the Grand Puba, which is always a funny term to me, is going to be encountered later in the game here too. Okay. We've made it now to the north part of the sea, and we're headed towards our next village. We are clear of Portoa and clear of the sea part of this game, and moving on. So, little inlet there, and now we are in Swan. Dragonia Castle and Goa are to the north, so we've got, we're nearing the enemy territory here. Let's take a look around. Let's see what's going on in here. This guy wants to boogie. There's a term I haven't heard in quite some time. Okay, they're having a blast in there. Again, referencing that type of metal. Let's check out the scuttlebutt at the old bar. Well, these are all soldiers. Just yelling at me. Okay. No wonder you're the only ones in there. Forced to leave. There are many hiding with Azteca. Okay, good to know. So we're progressing in the storyline here. We got a couple of new armor options. We got battle shield, ceramic shield. Okay. 6,000 for battle shield feels like it's probably the play. I don't quite have enough yet, so we'll keep that in mind. That's what we want to save for. New metal armor can withstand the Earth's magma. There's Stom. Haven't seen you for a while. I came to give you a message. Please find Kensu and take him to Shyron. We need his power. He's definitely the one that is always resisting on that side of things. Okay, let's check the item shop. Make sure there's nothing else we want to grab. Fruit power. All right, nothing special in here. And one more villager to talk to. People of Dragonia are wonderful. Okay, you're a turncoat. Okay, now we have to look around and find Kensu. So if you go back over, not this room. If you go back into the tavern, you will see, this is the pawn shop, excuse me. If you go into the tavern, you'll see now there's an extra guard in here. Have you seen the great Kensu? Well, if you want to actually get him to admit he's Kensu, you have to paralyze him. And then he goes, you found me. So then he disappears. And then if you go over into this little dance studio or whatever they got going over here, there's a new person here. Paralyze them, find out it's Kensu again. I can give you some of my power, but first can you find my pendant? Oh, thank goodness. This is where I have to give you the pendant. I tried it earlier, and it didn't work. We give it to him. This was given to me as Asina by proof of her belief in me. As promised, I'll teach you the magic of change. Now, I must attend. All right, so now we have the magic of change. Change is going to allow us to shapeshift into a different person, 4 different forms, and because of that, we're now able to go back to Bryn Mawr. Let's go ahead and just maybe hit the inn or something like that. Just refresh the MP. But now we're going to find that town. Remember someone referenced that there was a town of all women. Actually, in this town, I think that lady references there's a town of all women, and it's not far from us. It is right over the river, but we couldn't create the ice bridge before. Now we can. So if we make our way, it's south. Sorry, it's south. If we make our way south, right here, past the swamp is a little ice bridge section, and then we can kind of look around, make sure there's nothing else for us to grab in the north. I don't think there is. I think this is all just like enemy fields kind of thing, but let's just double check, make sure there's nothing that we're missing. Yep, along the river. Nothing here. Okay, we're golden. So, all right, follow the mountains back down, and then eventually it's going to lead us into the town that we are looking for. Let's go over to, make sure there's nothing to the east. No, and there we go. Swamp leading into the town. Yep, waterfall there. Okay. Down we go, and here's the town. It is called Amazons, Amazons, I don't know. They hate men here. And this lady, this is the house of Arillis, our leader. It is no place for you. So, if we go back, let's try paralyzing her. Let's see what they say then. Where are you? There you are. Okay, paralyze her. Work our way in. Talk to the guard. This is a sacred place. Go away now. Well, okay. Talk to the queen. You filthy beast, don't come any closer. Well, and then I get escorted out. Well, that didn't work. Let's try something else. If you look in the back right, there's a staircase. Let's go sneak in there. Oh, and we get the Blizzard Bracelet. The Sword of Water's 3rd level of power, and now it is ours. Now, before we leave, let's use that new magic that we got of change, and you see that you can change into the form of a woman. And now that you've done that, suddenly they're very interested in talking to you. And because of that, let's go ahead and give her the Carissa plant. And this is one that you need to give her. Remember, we got it a while ago, and I said it was going to give us an item for the end of the game. There it is. The Bow of Moon is one of the items that we're going to need for the end game of this one. So a key item that we picked up there. It's very quick, and let's take a look at the armor shop. Oh, a little discount on those. Mirrored shield and sacred shield. All right, I have no idea what the right shield is to get next. According to price, sacred shield would be the one I would think. But I don't have enough for any of them yet, so let's just hold off and see. Okay, we finished up that little side job we had to do. Let's go back over to Swan, and now I think we can find our way over to Goa, which is the fortress just west of here. Oh, and these guys are pissed. Makes sense. Let's go back. We just learned change, so not for nothing. Let's see what we can do. Hey, let's change into a Dragonia soldier. Bet they're more receptive to that. Very well. On your way. You got it. Thanks for letting me through. All right, now we're into the fields in front of Goa. And remember, the wise men said they were heading for Shyron. So those are 2 other places that we're going to have to find our way to. And let's go ahead and do that here quickly. All right, this is the Fortress of Goa. Don't talk to me. No problem. Won't do it again. All right, they're blocking all of the shops here. Nothing I can do to get in there. Let's check the tavern, see if there's anything. Nothing. This is like the heart of enemy territory here. These are the villagers that have sided with the Empire. This is rough. And the Emperor's looking for a tower in the sky. It's actually a key point of this story because basically the threat now is that Emperor Dragon is making his way to the tower in the sky that is going to, if he seizes it, he's going to control, everything basically. Oh, I told you to go to Mount Hydra, southwest from here, and don't stray. All right, so Kensu is hiding as a soldier and instructs us that we need to go over to Mount Hydra. So let's get out of here and make our way over to Mount Hydra, excuse me, which is southwest. So out in the fields here, there are, you can do a little bit of farming here. I don't particularly find it beneficial at this point. But let's work our way. No, not that way. Southwest, Nate. West. Go west, young man. Okay. Is it this? No, this is not right. This is later. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for yet. More west, I think. We did the south part. We didn't do the west part. There we go. Now we're up and around. That's more like it. Okay. Now we are moving on to Mount Hydra, and Shyron is one of the towns that is close by in here. So let's take this top route first, see what we find. Okay, and we've got some enemies in here. All right, we can clear these out now and go through and see what we've got in these caves here. These guys are very, very irritating. They fire out that whip or whatever they've got, that lasso item above their heads pretty regularly. But make our way to the left. All right, we'll ascend the mountain here. Now we got these piles of pink goo to avoid. I think they eventually turn into like just like that, an enemy that you can then attack when they're not in that form. But we'll keep climbing. Let's move off to the right first, see what we get over here. Okay, more of these guys. We'll do a little bit of farming. We'll do a little bit of exploring. Find out what we got here. Off to the left first? Okay, I'm down. These enemies are not too bad to take care of with the ball of water, too. Okay. Come on, get out of here. Oh, now we got... Oh, that doesn't work on them. Fire? Sort of fire? Okay, fine. Alright, I've come this far. Now I feel like I gotta finish this. Oh my gosh. You are not worth it. That was painful. Okay. Gotta remember our path now. Oh, of course that doesn't work on them. Gotta remember our path now as we're going through here. Let's just make note of which path we're headed to. Good. Level increase is what we needed. And... Alright, so we went left first. Let's keep an eye on where we are. Come on. And medical herb. Hey, we'll take it. It's not nothing. And it's a dead end, too, which eliminates one place that we have to check. Take care of these guys. Over to the right now. Let's see what we got over here. More eyeballs that need Visine, it looks like. Alright. And what is this? Brick wall? Yeah, brick wall here. Back to the Sword of Wind to clear that one out. Okay, more of these guys. Slow going through these caves. Definitely don't rush, especially when you hear that noise of that weapon. You know that it's coming, and it comes around the corner pretty quickly. So not worth it to rush these. All right, we're gonna take care of these guys. Are they worth it? I feel like they take forever. Oh, we're strong enough to defend these bats even if they collide. One of the whoa, we got a few of them on here. One of the nice benefits of that what is it? The iron necklace makes the strength of our armor that much more if those stupid bats don't take any HP from us. Alright, I've come this far. I'm leaving. Forget it. But only one path to go over here too, so this is nice. We'll be able to explore this cave in full. Find out if there's anything good for us. Alright. Oh, little guy. Just little daddy-os there. Okay. That seems odd. That is indeed a fake treasure chest. I'm totally not going for it. They never throw them in the corners of rooms like that. They're always at dead ends. Alright, and we have a giant gap and a dead end that we can't go to. I did see a treasure chest over there. We will get to this point eventually. Let's make note that this is where we have to go because we need one more spell to be able to access that part of the map. The final spell that we're going to get... I told you it was fake. I told you. The final spell that we're going to get is Flight, and that's going to let us jump over that gap when we get to that point. So we're almost there. We've got a little bit longer to go on this section of the game before we get Flight and get to the final end game of this. But we're getting there. You guys have soldiered on pretty well with us. We're at about 2 hours in, a little bit over to this game. We're probably an hour and a half away from putting this one away. So we'll finish this section here. We'll save it off when we get to the point that it's appropriate, and then I'll guide you through section 4 and 5 if necessary after this. But making good progress here. And once we can get to Shyron and once we can get to everything that we need here, we're going to be in really good shape. All right, we're going to kind of make our way into this next part of the cave. Man, lots of enemies to navigate here. Just slow going, you know, just taking our time, powering up, attacking from a distance. Let's work our way down here first, maybe. See what's down this direction. I'm kind of getting the sinking feeling I am doing the cave before I'm ready to. We already hit the dead end that I need Flight for, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up coming out in an area where I'm not prepared for here pretty soon, too. Oh, nice, another dead end here. So apparently going down is not the correct direction. At least we're learning the layout. If we do have to come back here, we're going to know exactly where to go. But we're also farming a little bit of XP, which is not the worst thing in the world to do, I suppose. Come on, a couple more of these jokers. Yeah, back up this way. He just holds it out there. All right, one more. I don't even know what those little ports are. I mean, I guess they're doors. I don't know. I never really call them doors. They don't look like it. It looks like you fade into an oblivion for a brief moment when you do that. All right. Knock out that wall. Take out this. Oh, boy. Easy there. All right. Through the wall. Grab the coins. This looks like it's got to be one of the last places to search through in this cave. Do we go up? Yeah, I think we go up. Let's see what we get. couple more enemies in here. These aren't too bad. Oh, I'm glad I didn't get poisoned there. But we do need to heal up here. Starting to run low. Oh, a little bit more through this cave. At least I don't have to switch swords very often. Just to get through these brick walls is not too bad. Or these stone walls, but having to go between fire and water and fire all this in the last couple caves was very tiresome. So water sword here will take care of you. Okay, sorry, coming back from a little extended pause there, and still making our way through this cave. And out this side, we get ourselves another magic ring. So I think now we've explored all of the avenues of this cave that we need. We came across the flight spot that we need. We don't have the spell yet, so we're just waiting on that. And I think we've kind of explored everything in this side. So we're going to work our way back out now. Take care of getting out of here kind of the way we came in. Oh, no, that's right. There is the right side over here, too. We got to take care of this, too, and make sure that we've examined it all. So once we've done this, then I think we have examined all that this cave has to offer. Magic rings are no joke, though. Those are a really nice item. You definitely don't want to run out of MP in this game, and it's a good one to have. Okay, no more turns, no more twists. We're tired of this. I think collectively we're all tired of this. Actually, when I think of this game, this is the cave that I kind of go, do I have it in me to actually go through this? And many times I don't. Okay, we went into a big circle. So this is good. This actually led us back to where we wanted to be anyway and confirmed that there were no other avenues for us to go. Okay, so we have to work our way back to the left after this because we've already gone down and picked up what we needed from the right side there. Did I actually go down this avenue yet? I don't think I have yet. So I'm going to take us down this way. Out we go. And yes, that's right. This is the direction I have to go because I have to work my way over the bridge. And we got one more spot to go. But this is going to lead us to well, we're going to need the key to Styx, but there's a locked door up there that we have to keep in mind, so we're going to go and look around for where we can get that key. My guess is it's going to be in Shyron, which is the town that we're headed for anyway. So this was a long detour to basically let us know. So that was the entire top edge of the cave that we looked through. But there was another option that we didn't utilize earlier in the cave. Remember, we went to the left side in this first part. We're going to go to the right side this time, see if it offers us anything. And Fruit of Lime. Well, hey, not the worst thing, I suppose. If we get turned to stone, we've got that covered. Just save us a little bit of MP. No big deal. We'll take a free item. And especially a free dead end to wipe that off of what we needed to explore. So, okay. Back out of this cave. We're going to work our way over to Shyron now. And we've been at it for about, we're getting up to where we probably want to save it and give ourselves another break here pretty soon to play this in sections. Work our way up this cave and over to the left, and then you're going to come out on the side of Shyron. Now, these guys will not let you in. They can't let strange people in, but in addition, paralysis does not work on them. So what you're going to end up doing is using the change magic, and you're going to look like Stom because he is one of the wise men's, he's one of the familiar faces. So if you change into Stom, you get into the town, and then you can start talking to people. This is where they train for the battle against Dragonio, so this is their fort. Very good. I'm super glad. Guy, get out of my way. I need to go rest. All right, stay at the inn, and a big recovery. Oh gosh, that feels good. Little shower, little shave. There's Akana again. And he lives there because the people in Goa have changed. Oh, look at that. You are definitely a hermit, my friend. All right, ceramic suit, sacred shield. Which one do we want? I feel like I think it's the battle shield that we want because I know that there were 2 shields near the end game that we wanted to get. And I remember playing this that even though it was cheaper, it ended up being better. I think the battle shield's the good one. Let's take a look. So we were at, here, well, I'm not going to save it just yet. Let's take a look at our powers. Yeah, 20 for the shield power, and then if we equip the battle shield, oh baby, 36. Yeah, that's the one that we want. I think the sacred shield is actually weaker than that. All right, Asina is helping the wounded, and we have, you lost your wife and children, and you're just strolling around casually without your wife and kids? Good, you finally made it. Tornal's here, everyone, all the wise men are here. This is perfect, except they're getting their butts handed to them, as you can tell by the dialogue here, that they can't keep up with the wounded. Asina's here got 2 bedridden soldiers who need water, of course, the ultimate healer. There's Stom. The people training here are awful. He does not mince words about how he feels. And here's Zebu. So you made it this far. Besides the 3 swords you possess, you now must find the powerful Sword of Thunder in the Cave of Styx. All right, he's going to give us the key. Here we go, to the top of Mount Hydra, and now we know exactly where to go. Okay, we've got the key to Styx. We are... Come sail away, come sail away. Not those sticks. And we're going to... This is probably a good spot to save it. So let's go ahead and just double check there's not... Oh, wait, that's right. Oh, no, not here, but you do. He does get a little freaked out that you look just like him. But I think there's a spot you want to actually turn into a Kana to get an item, but it's not here. Let's save off, and we'll pick up in a moment. All right, folks, moment is over. Time to head back to the Cave of Styx. And that is where we're heading now. And thankfully, because we took our nice little detour first and headed through all that series of caves, we know exactly where to go. So we're just going to backtrack here and head into the Cave of Styx. We are now nearing endgame territory. So we got to get through the Cave of Styx. We have to grab a couple of key items. We just said we're going for the Sword of Thunder, which is an important... the 4th sword out of the 4 that we're collecting, and the most powerful, as Zebu claimed. Oh boy, watch out for that pile of goo. And then we are gonna, once we grab that Sword of Thunder, we've got some endgame sequences that start kicking off, and it's gonna move. So, getting there. You guys have been soldiers this whole time, getting through it, and looking forward to finally finishing this this game, which I just truly enjoy replaying every time we do. I just like the sequencing of it and all that. Okay, got our key. Let's go ahead and open up this gate. The door opens easily. It's good to know that it's well greased. All right, we're going to use barrier magic that we got from Messina a little while ago to get through these areas unharmed. Just hold your A button as you move through. Oops. Don't do it like I did. Do it better than I did. Oh, and let's see. What do we want to equip here? Yeah, let's take a free medical herb, and yeah, that's fine. We'll just keep going water sword here. Okay, what are we going to run into on the right side here? I think this is what... I'm going to the right side. Oh, that's right. I want to show you guys. This is a missed opportunity for some. So back here, there are a bunch of treasure chests. 2 of them are decoys, but that one right over there on the left holds a really big item that we're going to want. We just want to remember to come back here after we learn Flight, when we can cross that river and collect that item, because it's not required for us to finish the game, but it's really, really helpful. So we'll make sure we go through that when it is time to finish this. Okay, take care of this little wizard guy here, and moving now deeper into the Cave of Styx. All right, let's move left here. Yeah, there we go. Just get out of the way. And there is really only one way to go here. Oh, marvelous. Got poisoned. There's really only one way to go here. You don't have to worry about... fun decoy treasure chest. Only one way to go when it comes to the river. You're going to create bridges over areas, but in this particular cave, there is no maze. It is just one path that you have to go. So don't worry about any time that you go the wrong direction, you'll hit a dead end and have to go back through. Or you can just follow this walkthrough and go through a little bit more efficiently. So I'm going to create 2 bridges up here and then work your way back down. I know I'm poisoned. I'm just going to let it sort of bleed me dry for now. I don't really want to use, in case I get poisoned again, I don't want to use recover until I get out of here. And this is the little detour we're going to take off to the right and through the door. Okay. Once we get up through this area, there really is only one area to go here as well. And if we're quick about it, we can just get through this whole area without... We are running a little bit low on health here. Okay. Can only hold out so long. Filled up. And don't want to use recover yet, because once we get the Sword of Thunder, which is right over here on the right, it's going to teleport us back to Shyron. So we're going to have the ability to get healed up when we go back there. So they call you back to Shyron immediately. You are teleported back. And now they let us know the whole story. That basically you were cryogenically frozen, and you were then awakened because Dragon was threatening to take over the tower that could destroy the world. So he hid who he was, Dragon did, and we've just got, we're basically, the entire fate of the world now rests on our shoulders. We were cryogenically frozen as scientists, woke up to find out that our scientist, probably not, he's a pretty good battler too. I'm sure I'm butchering the story, but nonetheless, we find out now that this is the big confrontation that we need to have. So, all right, everybody here is trained and ready for battle. I'm still getting poisoned. Let's go ahead and hit the inn, get recovered, get our NP back, And now we are ready to roll. Thank you for the good luck, my bald friend. I really appreciate it. All right, we are going to head to Goa now because we have the Sword of Thunder. So this is going to take us up into the Dragonia Castle is where we're headed now. Let's go ahead and equip that Sword of Thunder, which is pretty sweet. It's got a nice little single power 1 attack where it shoots actually 3 beams instead of 1. And then when we get up here, suddenly we get a message. Shyron is under attack. Please hurry to help us. Oh, man. They sent me here. And when I left, Shyron got ransacked, basically. So you show back up, and everybody is toast. This guy's dead. Nobody in the inn, so they got smoked. And now I got to come back out here. Okay, this is important. I should have gotten an item I left with a friend in Goa. If you don't catch that message before he passes away, you will fail to realize that you can grab a really important item in that town later on. So, all these people are dying. Stom now, oh my gosh. Watch out for Motto the Swordsman. He is more treacherous than the other 3. All right, we got ourselves a battle coming on. Stom, Tornal's pupil is gone. This is terribly sad, and now we've got to seek retribution. All right, Motto, not going to work here anymore, that's for sure. Blizzard Bracelet is the way to go here, and try not to get completely bowled over like I'm doing here in the beginning. He's going to bounce around the walls for a little while, and it's very hard to nail him down, so just firing off the Blizzard Bracelet is the way to go. Oh man, I am dangerously close on health here. Let's go ahead and fire that off. So I've now decided to use all of my MP, and can't fire off the Blizzard anymore. Let's see if I can get him with the ball of water just for a little bit. Okay, when he does stop, he's stopping relatively frequently now. I should be able to get him out of here with a couple more shots. Not too bad. There's one, another one there. Yeah, he's got to be close to done now. Yeah, that Blizzard Bracelet, that attack can really be useful. Man, I'm getting destroyed here. I got to use the magic power. Oh, barely avoid him so that I don't take an unnecessary death. He is really strong, and I don't have the best. I don't have the best equipment as it is. So, all right, got to get him one more time. Let's go. There we go. Got him. Don't think that you've won. We have Messia and the other wise men. All right, so everyone has been taken, but we've got the Ball of Thunder. That is the key item that we get from defeating him. And we only have one more of these, one more key item to go. That would be the Storm Bracelet when we finally get to the end of the game. But right now we're moving along pretty well. We're going to move back to Goa now that we have the... actually, you know what? Hang on. Am I going to Shyron first? No, Amazons. That's right. I want to go here and see because I think I can get a cheaper... What was the cheap item that was here? Oh, the Mirrored Shield. I don't want that. I don't think it's as good. And the Sacred Shield is too much. We're not going to do any of this. Okay, I was just checking, because with the power in that battle, I was just thinking that I have all the right equipment, but I think I do. All right, we're going to go back. We went to Swan, and we're going to go and grab ourselves that... Oh, the ceramic suit's 6,500. All right, well, we're going to go Soldier for now, I think. Should we go Soldier for now? Maybe we should. And it's $3,000. It's something better than we got. I can't sit here with this platinum armor anymore. It's just not appropriate. So at least get that going for me, and then I'll figure out the rest later. But let's sell off this other stuff we're not using. I'm sure we're going to collect more gold as we go along. Oh, definitely don't sell that. That would have been a terrible mistake. Okay, at least a little bit better on the status bar now. And let's go... I can't even teleport, but I guess it's no big deal since we're heading over to Goa anyway. It's not far at all. Okay. There we go. And then if we just head west, we should be able to go through this door now unfettered. There are no more guards there since we passed through the first time. And now we're over at Goa. And we'll head back into the fortress, and that is going to be where we need to be. Now, the one thing you want to remember here, if you are at level 12, like I am, you are going to need to farm a little bit out here. Because once we go into the fortress, you're actually going to be facing, I think I've referenced it earlier in the walkthrough, but you're going to be facing each of the bosses that we have faced another time, and they're more powerful this time through. So you're going to face General Kalbescu, the one that we faced on, what was it, not Mount Hydra, shoot, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, crap. It was right in Burnmare, the first place that we went. the snowy mountain, Mount Sabre. And we're going to be facing him, and he's going to be a little bit more powerful this time. And he will not succumb to attacks if you are level 12 or below. You have to be level 13. So that is one of the reasons we're farming here. And then you're going to face Sabre again. That's the one that we took down with the fire sword. Remember, we stabbed the Messia in the face a bunch of times. She's like, stop! And then turns out that it was actually Sabre, which we took out. So we're going to take him out again. And then the third one, Motto, who we just faced, is even faster this next time. He is truly a handful to deal with. Then once all three of them are taken care of, you're going to be dealing with the final of Dragonia's finest four, which is, I believe, is Carmine is the name of that one. So you're going to have to get prepped here. You got to be at least level 13 walking in. So we're just going to take care of that now. And these guys out in the field, they regenerate pretty quickly. They walk at you, and they're decent enough XP. It's not going to take too long for you to get up to, even if you start at 0, up to level, or up to 20,000 XP from killing these guys. Just kind of walking around, and they come up to you pretty well. A little reminiscent of even starting this game when you had those werewolves that you had to go back and forth when they respawn to grab it. Okay, whoa, okay. All right, let's everybody just relax. One more of these. Gosh, these flying things are so annoying. Good XP, but super annoying. All right, less than 1,000 to go now. Let's just fire these off and get leveled up so that we can go attack the temple. And we'll go and refresh before we start our battle here. One more. Oh yeah, we got them all in the field now. Now they're toast. Come on, one more. There it is. All right, great. Now we should be good. Yeah, 256 for each of those green Dragonia soldiers. So why won't you let me in? Let me in! That was weird. Weird little glitch there. Maybe I just got to take care of all these sprites first. Let's get them all out of here. That's what I say at TGI Fridays. Every time I have a drink. Let me just take care of all these sprites here. You know what I mean? Okay, got in that time. Let's go refresh here. Make sure that we are fully charged and ready to go for this castle. It is not a particularly fun one to go through if you don't know where you're going. So this is a good spot to really watch what you're up to in here and just take it, you know, take our spot, take the walkthrough kind of model that we give you to go through this. Okay, you're going to want to take out that giant fire-breathing wall there with the Sword of Thunder, the Ball of Thunder, and then after that's done, you're going to make your way all the way up and to the left. That's back and to the left. Back and to the left. That is one magic loogie. Okay, work off, you know, fight these guys here on the walls and the flying creatures if you want to. It's not a bad idea to get rid of them, but we're going to take care of getting all the way up here to the left, and then once we do, I think there's one more of these to go. All the way back to the left, all the way back to the left. Take care of these guys when you can. Clear them out. Those flying ones are terribly annoying, and they keep respawning, but very good experience from them. You're going to go on the little staircase here to the entry to the right, and then you're going to go up at your first choice here. So just a simple thing to remember for this particular section. You do not want to have to guess where you're going because those enemies never stop. All right, we're going to take out this one here. The first area that we're clearing, we're going to have to fight General Kelbescu as the first boss of this area. And then once you get to the next paths, go to the bottom section, go down at that section, and then it's just a long path to the right, and you will be at the General. So from here, I am going to equip the Tornado Bracelet. I may or may not use it. We're going to see. But I like having it available. So his attack now is going to be very different. He used to stomp the ground and like shoot boulders and stuff at you. What he does now is just fires off those projectiles at you very quickly. So you got to get moving. When he stops, he's about to let him fly, just like that. I didn't do a great job there. But they go in succession. So if you can get close to him and just kind of keep walking around him when he stops, it actually gives you enough space to get out of the way. Whoa, barely threaded between those. But if you can just keep moving once he stops, you should stay ahead of the projectiles that he's firing at you. Just kind of work one side to the other. Ooh, got in the wrong spot there. Okay, I'm in a bad way. We got to get out of the way. Okay, keep circling. Stick and move. Stick and move. There we go. Another one? Oh my goodness gracious. I am low on health here. Come on. Keep working. Okay, there we go. I got myself into a spot where I could refresh. All right, good as new. Oh, and yes, get our iron necklace on too. We totally forgot about that. And enough attacks, and he's going to go ahead and explode for real this time. And you get an opal statue. So the opal statue, if it is enabled... Oh, and then you run into Zebu, who is captured, and he's going to refresh you. So you basically get a full heal, a full in-visit after each one of these bosses. But the opal statue is an item that if you enable it, it will prevent you from dying when you take all of that, all of the damage. So it's basically like a fairy in a bottle in Legend of Zelda, where you get a full life recharge, basically, when you die. Okay, now we have to work our way through the lava section. This actually does have some dead ends that you have to deal with. I'm just going to explore them out over here. I feel like there are some... I want to make sure there are no items that I need to grab here in case... because some of these bosses have attacks that are more powerful than the first time you faced them, and I just want to make sure there are no items that, you know, might combat some of the things that they're going to hit us with. So, all right, if we go right, we got dead ends, so we're going to go left. Over in this spot, I just methodically go through these to make sure I remember them. All right, we got ourselves a little ice wall there. Good. So we got to go... All right, down is going to lead us back to where we were. Yeah, this is back to where we were. Okay, so up is the only way that we have to go. Up and left, I should say. Is there anything over here that we need to take note of? Let's see. Any bridges? Anything? All right, we got a spot here. What's over here? All right, we got a wall. Yeah, I like the way that this looks. This could be good. Switch over to Ball of Thunder. Take him out. Let's go Ball of Thunder through that iron wall. Thought there might have been a boss there. Fruit of Power. Okay, not the end of the world. Give us a little MP if we need it. Take out our crazy annoying dragonfly. Let's see what else is off to the... What, the right down here? Oh, let's just take out the fly first. Alright, back through. Yep, let's go to the right. Make sure there's nothing else for us to collect over here before we backtrack. So there is a treasure chest over there that we have to consider. Okay, nothing over here. So how do we get to that thing? No idea. Not really sure yet. We're going to have to backtrack all the way since we ran into dead ends on this side and have to go back and see what the other avenues lead us to. All the way back across the ice bridge. We remember that we did this earlier and this led us back to where we started. If we went down here. Okay, there we go. And now, and we checked going up, right? Yeah, so now we have to go back across this ice bridge that we made. We checked out everything on the other side of it. Let's keep going now. See what else we run into over here. Some of this is just taking your time and examining these things. You know, if you want to go the shorter route, I'm sure there are walkthroughs that kind of give you the exact path where you have to go, and everything else is, you don't need this, but there's a little bit of enjoyment in examining all the areas of this level for me, and making sure that we don't forget anything. Because some of these items are going to be useful for you. Not everyone's at the same skill level with these. Oh, marvelous. Paralyzed again. Fruit of Repun. That was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, because the enemy that we're facing... I think Carmine is the one that they hit you with transform magic. So basically you turn into one of those little slime goobers from the beginning of the game, and you need that fruit of Repun to combat that. So if you don't want to waste all your MP on recover and using that, you can just use the new item. So that's why we banked that one. All right, ice bridge. Oh my gosh, get away from me. You are so annoying. Oh, terribly annoying. Gotta recover again. And let's fire away the ice bridge. Now, where do we have to go? Are we going up? Going up inside on the left side here. Got another one over here. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? Oh, it's on the other side of that. How do I get to the other side of that? I don't know if I care. Do I care enough? Maybe I do. All right, this is nothing but just a quick loop that basically you can go left or right to get over there. Let's see, is there one other place that I have to go up here? Did I miss it? No, that's the wrong way. Sorry, I'm getting myself turned around over here. Okay, I think I just want to head for the exit here. There's nothing else that I want to grab. So we're going to go up on this right side, make our way all the way over. And if we go here, we got one more ice bridge to build, right down here at the bottom. And then, yeah, here it is. Here's our path that we need to go, is that one right there. I'm just going to make sure there's nothing past it, but that first path there I know is our way out. Yeah, this is a dead end. So All right, let's go, just in case I get paralyzed again, which happens. I'm not going to waste my recover until I'm sure I'm out of here. And I'm so tired of this guy that I had to murder him before I left. Okay, now I will recover, return to normal, and head up here. This is going to be where I need to... Oh, boy. This is going to be where I need the Ball of Thunder to take care of Mr... I don't know what these enemies are anymore. All these monsters that were transformed during the end day of 1997. Okay, we're entering now into Sabre as a boss fight. Here we go. Long time no see indeed. So remember this guy? He's going to fire those projectiles out, kind of in a similar order to how General Calvest did, but now he's got these little other magic projectiles that kind of encircle him there, and if you hit him with the ball of fire, you can take him out. But he's going to fire those other projectiles there, and they drain your MP, so very, very annoying, quite frankly, to deal with them. But you can kind of, if you keep your distance, you're going to be able to stay in between the projectiles that he fires at you. Oh man, he got me cornered there. And you see the other ones that he fires off, those are going to drain your MP. So try your best to avoid those, because it is really not good to lose your magic power. At this point, your spells are a fail-safe for you. All right, couple shots with the ball of fire. Get out of the way. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, man, I'm getting smoked here. What am I going to do? Oh, come here. Just charge it up. Charge it up. That's it. I got him. I got him. Come on, I got to get him. Let's go ahead and refresh just to be sure. Ah, rats. Well, gonna run out of that MP very quickly. Oh, felt like I was cornered there. Okay, just keep working. These guys have significantly better HP than last time you faced them. Oh boy, got out of the way of two of those there. Ah, again! At this point, I don't even care. Should be able to take him out without having to worry about it too much more. There we go. Out goes Sabre. And we get ourselves another item. What is it? The Fruit of Repun. So 2 of those now that we've banked. And we run into Tornal, who's going to give us a full recharge. Oh, but the last time he knew, Stom was alive. So I give him the news, and he says, all right, it's time to avenge Stom's death. All right, he got over that pretty quickly for a guy that he spent training a long time. We're into the 3rd section now. So we're going to have to beat Motto in this next part, and... one thing to keep in mind is that you must be at level 14 in order to defeat Motto. So there is a section up here of some enemies, some spider-like enemies that we're going to take out in order to farm our way up to level 14. So you either have the option of doing it while you're in the cave here, which actually I prefer because these enemies have a lot more XP than the field in front of Goa. And they're pretty easy to take care of. It's these purple spider-like enemies. You'll see one here in just a moment. Yeah, right there. So they're worth a pretty penny of XP. So if you can just get those respawning and go through this cave a few times, now we're talking. Magic Ring is beautiful. If you can go through this cave a few times, you're going to get them respawning and just take care of farming this a little bit. So you can like move over to the left. Well, that didn't work. All right, let's go up here. I know there are a few more up over this platform that we'll take care of and continue to farm, but I'm pretty sure they're around like 1,000 XP per kill. Yeah, or even more than that. They're like 1,200 per. So it really does not take long to get this taken care of. If you want to spawn here. Okay. Oh, an antidote. All right. Never gonna be upset with a free item. That's for sure. Okay. You can get the spawning going now if you just move back to. Oh no, you can't go down. You have to go. Where do we have to go? Well, let's clear out and make sure there's nothing up here. Oh, we got one more. Okay. So maybe we can just go into the door here and then back out. And... no, it's not there now. Where is the spawn spot? I feel like I can remember it somewhat, but I'm not... oh, he hit us with the web to drain our MP. Isn't that nice? Is it over here? Where's the spawn spot? Do I have to go all the way over? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So if you walk down that hallway, just for, 2 seconds or so, get to the wall, and then swing back, you should have another spider right there for you. There we go. And this won't take very long. Probably like, 4 or 5 more of these to get ourselves to level 14 so that we can fight Motto. Motto? Mado? Some people say tomato, some people say tomato. I have never in my life heard someone say tomato, just to be clear. But let's call the whole thing off. All right, one more, two more, three more of these? 2, 3 more, and then we're in position. And then we can go and try for making our way to Mondo. Yeah, one more should do it. Come on. There we go. Oh, watch out for the web. Okay. All right, we got ourselves what we needed. Let's make our way back up. We can just fall down. We're now going to work our way over to the right side of this room. And we're going to make our way north as well. So if you get up to the far right swamp and then head north. Oh, that was a nice little nifty dodge, wasn't it? Things that dads say about caravans. A nifty dodge. Okay, we've got 3 of these platforms to work through, and you're going to have those invisible enemies that are going to attack you here. So just be conscious of that. You can decide to, boost up. Oh, another magic ring. We're in good shape here. You can boost. Oh, thank you very much. You can boost your. You can put on your bracelet if you want to knock these guys out of here and not have to worry about them, or you can just avoid them like I do. It just is okay. Like I attempt to do, I suppose, is a better way to narrate that. Is that I try to avoid them on my way down. So the further down you get in that room, did I just hop over that flying creature? As the further down that you get in that room, the more you have to climb back up in the room below to get back onto your... Okay, I'm paralyzed so many times here. The further north you have to climb when you get in the room below. So let's try this again. There are 3 platforms to climb, or to carry you through. Here's the second one. And we've got 1 more to deal with here. You just got to watch out for that paralysis. I don't mind taking the paralysis, but you got to get off the platform to do it. Okay. As long as we make our way all the way down, now we're okay. And now we can make our way up through this fake boss room. 1 more of those invisible enemies, shadow only, and then we clear onto this platform, and that's going to lead us into the boss motto. All right, very good. Into the door. Let's go ahead and get prepared. So we're going to arm ourselves with the Sword of Water. First thing we want to do, let's make sure we have our shield, or our iron necklace on. Okay, opal statues, antidotes, nothing great here. Let's refresh, and let's also make sure that we are ready to roll with the blizzard. Okay. Oh no, I'm paralyzed. Shoot, gotta recover as well. Okay, got 150 MP. We should be fine for a little while. Let's get it loaded. You are going to just fire this blizzard bracelet as often as possible against this guy. Okay? Because he is way faster this time. Just do the best you can to try to avoid him, and just let that blizzard bracelet go as often as possible. He still does a lot of damage. So as he's bouncing around like crazy, there we go. There we go. Yes! 3 Whoa! I was on the verge of death. Oh, and I get a sacred shield for free, so there's another reason not to buy it from the shop. But man, do you see that? I'm down to 1 HP. Talk about getting lucky. And we're also going to get refreshed here by Asina, who we've now freed from captivity. So she's going to cure my wounds, and the last monster is going to, use magic to change me into a different monster. Beautiful. We got a full recharged MP, full recharged HP, and 3 bosses down and 1 to go. Let's take a look at this Sacred Shield real quick. 4638, we equip that, and it's, 4630. So the Battle Shield is the one that you want to go with when you're given that option in Swan. All right, Ball of Thunder is ready. We've got 1 more of these sets of caves to go through. And, oh gosh, these things again, only they're more capable. Okay, now I got Shadow Guy on me. Come on. Good lord, they're strong too. Come on. Just let me through. Alright, little nifty maneuvering there to get around them if you need to. Let's head left, find out what's in this cave. Okay, I like these enemies. These are a lot easier. We can own these guys. That's no problem. There we go. No trouble on these. Up through the bridge. Yeah, there we are. There we are. Love that Sword of Thunder first power item that spreads out and attacks in such a wide spray of attack. Okay. Let's keep going. That's it. Alright, take care of this butterfly thing. Do I want to go left? Do I want to go down? I think I want to go right or left. Do I want to go right or down? I think it's right here, and then I want to make my way. Is it under this bridge? I'm losing where I'm supposed to go now. I'm getting another spider. Free XP. But these skeletons, the skeletons don't feel right. This isn't where I have to go. This is not it. I think I needed to go north back at this last path here. Yeah, that's right. There's the wall. Okay. So north in that wall. And take care of these stupid butterfly enemies. They are so annoying. They've upgraded from those bats. Okay, and then yes, if you work your way to the right, now you are back onto the floor where you're going to encounter Carmine. So you want to work your way all the way to the left. Now I'm going to go north and south, see what kind of... we have a fake treasure here. That's nice. Take care of him. And do we have anything else? Let's just hop our way down to the bottom. Let's see what we can find. And of course. And of course. Okay, back to the fire. There we are. Free 500 gold. Not that I needed it all anymore. Alright, we're poisoned and we don't really care. I have too many items. Well, now I'll use the antidote. Doesn't that make sense? Fruit of power first, though. No. What am I doing? Antidote. Not fruit of power. Dork. Okay. Oh, and we get ourselves another magic ring. We got 3 of those suckers banked. Okay, we're in great shape. We're not poisoned anymore. We're full on items. Now we're going to use that fruit of power because we just replenished with refresh. And we're ready to roll. Let's hop through this swamp now. We got to go... Where do we have to go? We have to go all the way to the top. Let's see what we've got up here. Another treasure. Are you real? Are you fake? Just hit you. Oh, I can hit you with the Sword of Thunder. The Sword of Thunder. That's a nice thing. I thought it was fire only. Alright, so Sword of Thunder works for them as well. And now we got some warp boots. Never going to be upset about that. And this now should be the path to lead to the final boss, which is Carmine. So, up we go for this. There we go. And we've got to use Barrier here to make our way. So, Carmine is fairly simple. He's going to throw a lot of projectiles at you and get them loaded up on the screen. And then he's also going to fire another magic at you that can transform you into a monster. So you just kind of watch this. He angles to each corner of the room, and then sometimes he'll do this like floaty motion across the top, and then he goes across the bottom, and then back up the right side, and then, you know, that's just kind of how he moves around, and I wasn't paying attention, and I died pretty much immediately. Thankfully, we've got ourselves a nice little continue spot that happens right at the boss's chamber. So no big whoop if that happens. You get to start right at the entry of that room. Okay, let's pay a little bit more attention this time and see if we can't take care of him a little bit. Take care of him at all. Not that I did it in any way the last time we tried this. I don't think I need the opal statue activated right now. I want to save it just in case. And, alright, we're ready to roll. Let's take this punk down. Fires off those projectiles. Just got to keep yourself moving. If you can get the ball of fire going, the nice thing about it is just that wide spread of attack. You really don't have to avoid, or you don't have to like be positioned very well to hit him with it. So, just a lot of maneuvering around these projectiles. He's going to have like 4 or 5 on screen at any time. That does slow down the animations, which I actually find helps. Lets me plan my moves a little bit better. So, but once he's up at the top of the screen, like I said, that pattern that he has, he sweeps right, and then he sweeps left, and then back up the right side, and then he's back up into the wall. So he never really ascends, from what I can tell, if I stay in the middle. Wow, I'm getting smoked. If you stay in the middle of the screen, he never really travels too far up the, you know, down at you in the middle. He kind of uses the sides of the rooms to come at you. So if you can just kind of hang in the back middle, charge that ball of thunder, and hit him in his... Man, I got him all the way. I am in deep trouble. All right, well... Oh, and there it is. There's the transformation magic. Okay, so Fruit of Rapun comes in very handy here. And finally, we have hit him with enough projectiles, and he is out of here. And what does he give us? He gives us the ivory statue. Do we know what we need that for? Absolutely don't. Oh, but now we actually get a great item, which is the storm bracelet. So now we have collected all of the swords and accessories for it that we need. The storm bracelet is the most powerful of the bracelets. It takes a lot of MP to use. So it's not one that you want to use, you want to use it judiciously when you have the type of enemy that warrants it. So, all right, if you just make your way down to the left, you're going to get to the final chamber. You find yourself a little slime here, and it's actually Kensu, and he was hit by Carmine. He needs the ivory statue. Thankfully, we just murdered Carmine, have the statue, and he is going to grant us... he's going to let us know that Messia has the power to call the tower, so we're really getting towards the end game now, and he's going to teach us flight. This is the final spell that you'll learn in the game, and basically if you hold the A button when it's enabled, you can just be in a constant state of jumping and fly over gaps and traps. So he tells you to exit through the back path of this tower that we're in, which is nice, and it actually lets you out in a spot where we visited prior but knew it wasn't the right time for it in the case of our game. So you're going to fly over this giant tripped out pit of whatever that purple stuff is, and kind of lets you see what the magic does. And then over on the left side here, you're going to grab a quick Fruit of Power to restore all that magic you just used. Now, it lets you out in a cave where there are several items that you want to collect, important ones too. So you can kind of follow this. I search around a little bit, but the nice thing with flight is that these rivers are no longer a problem. Just hold A, you spend like 1 or 2 magic points, and you hop over. So if you make your way down first, and then kind of swing over to the right, down and right is what I remember, and then it leads you up. Let's just go on the right side here. Yeah, there's like a little... Okay, yeah, the 2 side-by-side rivers. If you go down the outside of the left one and then hop over, it's going to lead you to the one door that's in here. You fire through the wall with your Ball of Thunder, and then you're going to get the power ring. You need the power ring in order to finish this game. If you don't have the power ring, you won't have enough power with your sword to take down Emperor Dragon. So you cannot miss this step. You have to make sure you go in there and get that item. And then in addition, there are a couple of other items in this cave that you might want to be aware of, including some free armor, and also the leather boots are in this cave, which basically allow you to walk in swamps without taking any damage. So I get myself lost in here every now and then, so just bear with me a second. I'm kind of looking around. I gotta get my bearings here of where I'm trying to go. The battle armor that we're looking for is kind of in the north section, and it's like a square. Yeah, this is it. Okay, it's like a square area there you can't access without flight. There it is. Battle armor over to the right, which is nice. That's an upgrade for us from the soldier suit. We're at 32, and we're going to power up to 34. Wow, what an improvement. 2 whole points. Hey, I'm not gonna knock it. If they're given, I'm taking, right? That is the way that we do it. So the last item you're gonna need is over here on the left, and that's a long hallway to the north, and this is gonna lead you to the leather boots. Like I said, they let you walk through swamps and dangerous terrain without taking any damage. So we have just picked up 2 key items. As you see, we only have 2 more slots. That second row of our inventory is our key items, and we're getting close. Now we have finished this area, and the townspeople are all much happier. And remember when Akana was dying, he said that he left an item with a friend of his in Goa? Well, that's the friend. He doesn't let on that he is the one, but if you change into Akana and go talk to him after you've defeated Carmine, he will tell you, hey, I'll give you that item that you loaned to me. It's the Warrior Ring, which is another key item in this game, and what it does when it's equipped is it allows you to fire level 1 attacks out of your sword, like just as quickly as you can fire your sword. So here, I'll show you when I equip it. So boom, if you just fire your sword, out come the level 1 attacks as fast as you can fire them. So super helpful item at this point to go through the rest of this game, just because, you know, taking out enemies from distance now is good. Now, we have a couple more stops we have to make before we're going to pause here and finish the game. Remember when we were in the Cave of Styx, we had that river that we couldn't get over without flight. Now we have it, so we have to go backtrack into the Cave of Styx to grab that treasure chest that we missed. As well, when we went onto the other side, not in the Cave of Styx, but in that series of tunnels with these jokers that we had to work through earlier, there was a spot where we got to a dead end where there was a treasure chest across a gap. And we have to go and collect that too because we cannot finish the game without it. So these are 2 key items you'll want to take note of for finishing this game. It can cause you to search around a lot if you don't know where to go. I think maybe telepathy helps here. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll just model it for you of where you have to go. All right, barrier again. Remember, we went through here and then to the right side when we got into the cave, and that's where we came into the river room. So let's make our way up here. I love the warrior ring. It just makes life so much easier getting through these things and attacking people from distance. Okay, here is the green river of sludge, which anyone who's changed a diaper is a parent. Never mind. Oh, fake treasure on that one. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, got it. Get my free 500 gold, not that it means anything anymore. And here is the treasure that matters. It's the Psycho Shield. It is the best shield in the game, and you can see it's going to boost our shield level from the current 38 all the way up to 46. So the best shield level that you can get in this game. So now we've got our end game shield. We need our end game armor still, and 1 more key item, and then we've gotten everything that you can acquire. Okay, the last item that we have to get is also in this area. It's on the other side through those caves that we went through earlier. We're going to just make our way over there, get to that dead end where we solve it with flight, and then probably save it off before we do the end game as we're moving along. So getting close now. We've put in a good close to 3 hours on this one. Whoa, watch out. Close to 3 hours on this one, and now we're getting close to the end battle. We've taken out these the Dragonia's finest 4, and it's the Emperor or bust now. So we're gonna make our way left here to get to that dead end again. I think it's left, and is it left again? Left and left? No, this was where no, this was a dead end. That was where the medical herb was. It's left and right, I think, is where we gotta go. I said I think, like there's another option. It's left and then right in those caves. And that's right. We've got to go through all the big Hall of Eyeballs, I think, to get where we have to go. There's no choice to make in there. Here's the Hall of Eyeballs that I was referencing, and there's no choice to go in here either. So just got to work our way through, take out all these jabronis. It's so much easier with the warrior ring, isn't it? There we go. And now in this cave, be careful. You hit these with the Sword of Thunder, and they become instantly way more powerful. So not worth it to do to hit them because they become crazy insane. All right, now we can equip flight and hop over this little gap, and what you get is the Bow of Sun. Remember when we gave the Carissa plant to Arylis in Amazons, she gave us the Bow of Moon. So now we have the Bow of Sun and the Bow of Moon. You're going to guess that that's going to take out a couple things related to the Sun and Moon eventually. So let's teleport now. We have all of our items. We're going to head back to Goa. And I think at this point, let's heal up, let's save up, and the last section of this game is coming. We're about a half hour out. You guys have soldiered on. Let's save, and we'll finish up in just a second. All right, so a fun little fact about restarting here. You might notice that my experience and my gold is a little different. That is because the last time I saved here, and I tried to reload it, it was gone. So I had to replay that whole section that we just saw, section 4, a second time. I have all the same items. My gold and XP levels might be slightly different, but overall I have all of the same stuff that I did. Maybe a few items are different, but for the most part we're okay. So yeah, 45 extra minutes recording this because I had to get us back to where we were. All right, let's just go over to the pawn shop. Let's get rid of some of this extra armor and shields that we have, stuff we don't need anymore, like the platinum shield that I sold in the last clip is suddenly back. I didn't go and buy another one. I simply, had to replay this whole section, so I tried to do it as quick as I could. All right, we get rid of all of our extra stuff. We have the Psycho Shield, which we picked up in the last section. We're still rocking the battle armor. And let's go and grab now the ceramic suit, which is a little bit better. overall as an armor. If you see, I think we're at 34 for our armor power, and it goes up to 38 with the ceramic suit. So we'll stick with that. But the thing is, I realized this. It won't even take it. How about that? The battle armor is a rare item they won't even give you any money for. Well, I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. How about that? We're just going to go back to Goa, and now that we have flight, we have to make our way. Let's refresh our MP here. We have to make our way south now? Yeah, south. Let's turn off teleport. We're going to make our way down, and yeah, we're fine with just the warrior rig right now. Makes this a lot easier working through the fields. Okay. Yes, we do have to make our way south. That was originally a place we had seen earlier, but I was going there out of turn. Now we have arrived in this sort of like desert swamp area. If you have the leather boots, you can use that, or you can just use flight and hop over all this stuff. And we are looking for an entry point into like a pyramid here. I can't exactly remember where it is all the time. Oh, there it is. Little rock over here, little mountain cave over here. And this is where we're entering now. And what are we working towards here? We're trying to work our way through to the final town. I think it's called Sahara. And these scorpions are great for farming. Tons of XP. There are actually more of them as we move through here in just a moment. So we're gonna, you can go back through like I'm doing now if you want to farm a little bit. But there's also a cave in just a few moments that has more of them that might be a little more efficient. I think I might do that instead. So I'll take these out, and then I'll go to the more efficient cave here in just a minute. But, I mean, like almost $2,000 for everyone they do. Okay, when we talk to the rabbits, all of them say, let's play, except for one, that Dio, which talks about how he was one of Stom's favorites. So if you use the change magic and turn into Stom, you can just prey on the fact that he has still attachment to this man and completely traumatize him. And what he does, as a thanks for that, is gives you an item that basically it's Dio's pendant. And what it allows you to do is when you are standing idly, you can see my MP is going up right now. So standing idly when it's equipped, is going to allow you to recover your magic points, which is a really, really helpful item to have. All right, so all of them just say, let's play. We got our final key item, so that is all filled up now. And now we've entered the town of Sahara, and our last town that we have to go through before heading towards the end game here. So this is the desert town of Sahara. Weather is nasty, keeps Dragonia away. Strange couple came here. One was a man with a cape, the other was a girl. Interesting. And then we're going through a cave in the east. The Great Pyramid is there. All right, so that leads us to our final area that we have to go. Let's talk to the elder. Oh, you're a legendary soldier. I should tell you what I know. A tower with tremendous power is near, one that can destroy the world. It is said one true warrior has the power to stop it. That one is Nate. And the one who will lead you is called Messiah. So now you find out that basically you were the soldier that was awakened to destroy the tower, before it destroys the world, basically. Because we're on a clock because Emperor Dragon has become too powerful. So, let's, can we sell anything off here? Will they take the battle armor? No, they don't take the battle armor. Alright, so we're into our final stages now. Let's head over to the east, and this is the cave I was talking about that has just a ton of those scorpions up here that you can use to level up, which we need to do, because actually we need to be at level 16 for this next section. But even going through these next, the next 2 levels that we have to level up, it really doesn't take that long if you just kind of work your way back through spawning each of these. So while I'm going through this farming exercise, if you guys have lasted this long, first of all, kudos to you. I'm really interested to know of what you think of this game as we're playing through it, or if it's one that you played through and whether this walkthrough is doing it justice. If I highlighted the points that were particularly fun for you or whatever else. I remember this being a really satisfying cave when I got through. I'm like, all right, at this point, they're giving you enemies that are pretty easy, and they want you to level up real quick. Like, that, you know that the end is near because you could just sit here and farm to the top level, and you know, we got one cave basically to work through left. So we're nearing the end, and every pass we go through this cave, we raise about between 5 and 10,000 XP, so it shouldn't take too long to get through this. One other thing I always remark about with this game, and I mentioned it earlier in the video, the soundtrack to this is just tremendous. I hum these tunes to myself, sometimes just without even thinking about it. When I'm thinking about this game, there are just so many catchy riffs and tunes that throughout the different stages of this game that just bring me right back. Now, when you hear the music from certain NES games, it just brings you right back to when you first were introduced to them, and when you logged so much time on them, and how those soundtracks kind of guided you through playing through all these titles when you first did, and how they just kind of sink into your subconscious when you do. It's always so cool to see the effect that this had without us even realizing it sometimes. So Warrior Ring really just does make this so much nicer. If you don't grab that item from Goa, it does make leveling up here quite a bit longer, but once you've got that level 1, just being able to fire out as fast as you can, I mean, you can take care of these guys really quick. And look at that, 36,000 XP already after going through this cave, only half a dozen times probably. So really helpful to have this located here. Because we've got the Great Pyramid ahead of us, which is where we're going to encounter the Emperor, and then after that, I believe there's one more encounter that we have to prepare for, and then it's the ending sequence. So you guys have hung in there right to the bitter end of this one. And we're doing it in decent time, too. I'd say for an NES game, the amount of memory that it had, and an action RPG like this, for a 3-hour game, I think you got a really good bit of money's worth for this one, if you pick this one up, because it was certainly not as expensive as a Legend of Zelda or a Final Fantasy or something like that, and still isn't to this day. So, all right, we have fully leveled up now. It's time to hit the pyramid. So let's just fire over the whirlpools. All right, final section to go through here, and we are powered up with our Sword of Thunder. Immediately walk into an enemy. That's a great start. Oh, good. Another one, too. And some scorpions here, too. I guess this could have been a farming spot if we chose to do it there, but I'd rather go in with full power, in my opinion. All right, we got to navigate around here. Boy, I'm a little bit fuzzy on where we have to go. I know it's like down in the middle section of this room that there is a staircase that you need to go into. Maybe it's over here. Is it over to the left one? Is it this one? Yeah, it might be this one. Yeah, I think so. So not too bad to navigate. I'm not even looking around for items. And here we go. If you find your way through that room, we make it to Emperor Dragon. So he has a pretty predictable routine. You can use the Warrior Ring to keep firing your level 1 attacks. But, so that I'll model that here for a moment. I actually think it takes a little bit longer if you do it that way. I think here you actually want to equip the Power Ring, which is going to make each of your attacks twice as strong. So charging up to level 2 and doubling up with a Ball of Thunder to potentially get double power on that is a good way to wear down his HP. So it's pretty basic. He's going to fire out lightning from his hands like that, and then kind of like dart down to attack you. Doesn't have a ton of HP to deal with. And then when you defeat him, you get the Psycho Armor. And the Psycho Armor is the best armor in the game, and is also just like Dio's Pendant. It's going to recharge your HP if you stand idly. So, all right, he is now we are going to see Azteca, and he is going to give us the Bow of Truth, which is the final item that we need to defeat Emperor Dragon. So let's equip our Psycho Armor, and as you see, if I stand still, look at my HP is slowly coming back. So pretty cool item to have there. Between that and Dio's Pendant, if you find a safe space to let your HP and MP recharge, you don't even have to spend any effort refilling those with refresh or otherwise. Okay, we got to fly out of here, and we have finished. We have finished Emperor Dragon. We're going to take the power ring off and just put back onto our iron necklace here, or shield ring, excuse me, and let's move our way now down, or our warrior ring, excuse me, and now down into the final set of caves, the pyramids here, where we're going to take on our final battle with Emperor Dragon. So moving south and then over to the west, there's only one way to go, and look what we encounter. We encounter 2 statues, one of them with a sun over them and one of them with a moon over them. So those bows that we collected are the ones that we've got to use. Those items, when they're equipped and used, destroy both statues and reveal the staircase to our final foe. Now, there are a few caves to go through in here and a couple of enemies to deal with. These guys are annoying. I think they only take attack from wind. Look at them. I mean, just look at the HP these guys have. You can just fire away, and they're not going anywhere. So I just kind of get them out of my way. Those attacks will transform you too, so just be careful. Oh, left is definitely not the way to go here. I will fire them back that way, though, and backtrack a little bit. All right, let's just grab the Thunder Sword. Since I'm not killing them, it's got a wider spread, and I'll just knock them out of the way. All right, off to the right. There we go. Now we're working our way. Just pass by all these guys. No need to engage. We're at full level. Nothing matters. Okay, get out of the way. All right, through the first stage here, now we've got ourselves a nice long pit to deal with. Just deal with it by flying over it. If you work your way to the left, now I can't exactly remember where I'm headed here, but flight just makes this so much faster to navigate if you need to go anywhere. So now these guys are very annoying. They're going to fire off those magic drainers as well, those projectiles. So just be cautious of that. Oh, and good. I went to a dead end with nothing but enemies. Having both Dio's Pendant as well as a bunch of magic rings in store really helps, since I just got enveloped by that projectile and it drained more of my magic. But we should have plenty to get to where we need to go. So we've gone left, and now we've gone down and then up, nothing up. So let's head back towards the main room and see if we can find something else. Look at me firing lightning bolts out of my sword as I fly overhead. I mean, talk about being a pretty intimidating specimen. I think that takes the cake there. All right, let's work over to the left here. We've got a swamp to deal with. This actually looks really familiar. This might be a path that we got to be on. It's just been a while since I've played through this game, but some of these scenes just stick in your head when you do it. Yeah, this is it. So we're going to just engage in flight this whole time, drop into the door there on the left, and now we are ready to fight Emperor Dragon. So I can equip Dio's Pendant if I want to recoup my MP. I don't want to sit here and do that with you guys watching this. But you can see, if you wanted to, at the beginning of this room, you could just sit here as long as you want to recoup your MP by standing idly. And it is a way to take care of that. All right, we're going to need the Bow of Truth and the Power Ring equipped, along with our Thunder Sword. So here's Dragon again. Now, the thing is, if you don't use that Bow of Truth, you're going to sit here and attack him, and it's going to look like he's weakening, and he never is. He could take infinite damage there. You have to use the Bow of Truth to reveal his true form, which is this giant dragon thing, who is only vulnerable when he shoots those lasers like that. And with the Power Ring, you can get a couple of good shots. Well, I got 3 good ones there on him with the Ball of Thunder there. But you will only do damage when he's vulnerable like that if you have the Power Ring engaged. It's not even strong enough at level 16 to attack him without that Power Ring. So that's why I kind of highlighted that you need to have it in order to finish this game earlier. So he's going to fire these projectiles around. He's kind of a combination of all these bosses that we've faced. He's going to fire projectiles around like that. Then he will dash at you like this and fire off a transforming magic there too. I'm actually in a good position. I know I need to refresh, but I want to get my shots in while I can. If you stand just right in front of him, you'll thread the needle there and not get... oh, I forgot to refresh. Oh, that was stupid. I got caught up in what I was doing, and I just forgot to heal up. All right. Whoops. Not my finest moment. Let's go ahead and do this again. Bow of Truth, Power Ring, Disengage Flight. Maybe we'll get our Opal statue going as well, just so we can make sure that if we die, we get healed up real quick. All right. Out you go. Oh, but I need... Okay, I got to disengage the Opal statue to use the Bow of Truth. Okay, there we go. Arrow pierces, true form revealed. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Re-equip the Opal statue, and then just take one right between the eyes to start. Absolutely perfect. All right, there, he's firing the lasers. When he does that, just stand right in front. Oh, man, I got very unlucky there. Really thought I was going to just thread that one. Okay, out of the way now. He's firing those at us. He's going to get the projectiles going. Little bouncy boys left and right. Yeah, can't hit him when he's doing that. All right, after he dashes at you, that is almost always a time that he's going to fire those lasers next. So use that as your cue to charge up and get him. So lots of lag on this. There are so many inputs on the screen that just are a lot for the NES processing to take. But if you sit in the back and just kind of straight in front of him at those points when he fires lasers, you're going to have a chance to do some damage. And this one's just about being patient and working around the room as he, hits you with his varied attacks. So projectile's not going to be a problem. He's firing a couple of those beams like the insect did in the swamp way back when. So we're used to dealing with that. No way to hit him until he opens up, though. He's got to go after us with those laser things. Lasers, blazers, all sorts of asers, whatever they are. Come on, one of these has got to be opening up soon. That all you got? That all you got, punk? He is a really well-drawn enemy, too. I gotta give props for the artwork on this one. He's a pretty swole dragon, no? Like, he's, the guy works his deltoids, I'll just say. Doesn't mean we don't have to kill him, but, he knows the inside of a gym. It's pretty clear. Alright, out of the way of those. Come on. It's really just about weathering some of these attacks, too, because it's seemingly kind of random, the way that he goes to the lasers or not. Alright, well, we gotta get out of here. Just took one between the eyes. Okay, stand in front of him. That's it. Couple more shots. Double. Come on. It's hitting me twice every time I do that. That was a good one. Really good series there. Oh my gosh. A little bit more to go. Just keep dodging these things. What am I doing? This is taking so long. What do we do? Yeah, Storm Bracelet. Let's just charge it up. Next time he's vulnerable, let's just fire this thing at him. This will be the way to do it. Does take a lot of MP, but this is probably the place to use it. We got our Opal statue engaged. We don't have to refresh, we just gotta wait. And as we stand still, the Psycho Armor is still recharging our health a little bit, so if you do end up with a lot of these scenarios where you just are standing still and avoiding everything, you'll get a little bit of HP back that way. Okay, here we go. It's gotta be now. Boom. Oh man, Thunderbolt right into his heart, and there he goes. That was a pretty sweet ending. Alright, he is destroyed, but what do we find? That Azteca is now dead? He must explain. Yeah, we don't even know what's going on. I didn't want evil in my mind. Oh, this was a battle of the mind, you say? He began to read negative ideas? Oh man, this is a deep story. Deep story. So now we've got all of the wise men are telling Azteca to hold on. This is, a little bit misty-eyed here at the end. One of our great heroes is going to be fallen. Yeah, they're all pleading that he survived. But now, Messia is in the tower, and there's not much time, so we got to go take this thing down before the Earth is destroyed. Off we go and ascend into the tower, and now we're in the final sequence here. So once you get up to this tower, you've got about 3 levels of these robots and things to take care of. The warrior ring is a nice way to just keep firing level 1 attacks at them, and those things are not easy to deal with, frankly. But I don't want to make any big mistakes here. These guys all can do a bit of damage, so just get them positioned, and got to clear out these gold robots first. That was nice. Got to clear out these gold robots first before you get the second wave of enemies that are going to be coming, and that's going to be these, not these guys. The flying guys are not part of it. But once you have taken out all of those gold enemies, these blue, stockier robots come out that have these huge projectiles they fire at you. So they're the other ones that you got to clear. And once you have cleared the level of all of these enemies, you'll be able to ascend the tower towards the heights. So really here is just going back through and mowing down all these enemies from start to finish and avoiding their projectiles in each of these levels. Oh, and now we're just going to overload the screen with sprites so that nothing goes very quickly and everything is very broken and choppy. This is perfect. All right, I think powering's the way to go here. I don't want to deal with, I want to go double power against these things if I can do that, because it's just taking far too long. I'm sorry, fellas. It's just too darn long. Oh, look at that. A 4-bagger? Right with that one shot? That was pretty sweet. All right, and when you get that little flash there, that means that all of the enemies have been defeated and a new staircase has been created that you can ascend. All the necessary enemies to ascend have been defeated. Those little stupid shooting things at the top remain. Then you get a little bit of the story. You were both part of a team. of scientists who created the tower. They were scientists, I knew that. As the most critical link, you were preserved to witness our future race, to judge if there was hope for humanity. This was basically like, we're going to watch from above and see if this turns into chaos or not. When the tower began operating, your life, I don't know, I couldn't even keep up with it as I was reading. But I hit A because I just can't hear it anymore. If you are low on health or magic at some point and you need to engage like Dio's Pendant or something like that to establish your MP, or even just stand in place for your Psycho Armor to heal you, you can just go up and down on that staircase and it will constantly refresh and clear out enemies from the screen. All right, same thing. Power Bracelet now, Thunder Sword. We're just going to clear these things out, and we've got like 2 more levels to ascend here. So it's the same, virtually the same as that first level that we just encountered. Just got to clear out these gold sort of robot things before we can get the next wave in here. Come on, there we go. All right, there they go. They come pouring out of the doorway as soon as their buddies are destroyed. These flying things there. All right, cleared out the room in front of us. Now this guy's running away. I don't think so, pal. I hate these shooting things from above, too. The little ones that ride along that beam. There we go. Evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers. Come on, get him. Oh, gosh, I hate those things. Just clutter up the entire level. Okay, this guy's just running for his life. There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide. It's only me. All right, 1 more doorway of these. Just 2 more. The power, I do advocate for the power ring here. It does make this a lot faster. The warrior ring is just not nearly as quick, especially if you can double up on the power with the ball of thunder there too. Okay, last one. There we go. Took one on the chin there. And another staircase. So let's see what else it's got to tell us now. Yeah, we found he was an android programmed to lead people in a positive direction. So he was testing basically to see if there was enough positivity to save the world that we lived in. I mean, this is a deep story, guys. This is like existential type stuff here that we're going in post-apocalyptic. I mean, this was NES. It was 1991. That's a lot to handle at that point, no? I mean, they really went for it as far as the story goes with this. I don't know. I can give them props for really trying to bite off a lot story-wise with this. But the action of it was still pretty fun, too. All right. 1 more of these guys. No, there's got to be another one, because they'll come pouring out if that's the... Ooh, boy. Watch out. Take care. Okay. All right. Easy there, Sparky. All right. Take him out. 1 more. Okay, now I think we're probably ready to encounter these the last set of robots here before we ascend. Okay, there they go. Pouring out. A few more of these to deal with. The other 2 just ran away. They left you, buddy. They did not want this smoke. There they are. They're still leaving. They do not want it. What are they trying to... Oh, they're trying to lure me in with their buddies. Oh, look, they're trying to get strength in numbers. You see that? They're like, oh, we'll run over here to this side. Take care of all that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, there we go. Cleared out a couple there. Okay, 1 more. Are there more? Oh, he's leaving too. There more? No, there's nowhere to go now. All right, last one, I believe. Got to clear out those 3 levels. Take out this flying thing that's annoying. All right, we got ourselves 1 more staircase to ascend. And when you get up here, empty doorway. Can't go in there. But then there's a giant vacant doorway. And who is waiting for us? It's Messia. And Messia says, Nate, you finally caught up with me. Unsheath your swords. The tower's attack will begin. So the 4 swords are collected, merged into one, and you now have Crystalis, the sword with the power of all 4 elements. And now you must destroy the central computer Dyna, and then stick Crystalis into the main reactor to destroy the tower. So that is our final battle. Dyna the computer. You might think that this was going to be a hellacious battle, because we just went through Dragon, and the whole thing was like, it was a pretty intense scene and sequence there. But I'll tell you what. Oh, by the time this is activated, we'll no longer be alive. We hope we've made the right decisions and that all the right people... can't keep up with this. Let's just go. Let's just go fire away with the computer. All right, here's the final battle. And if you have the warrior ring, you are going to make this battle so easy. Just keep spamming when that eye opens, and it's dead in like 10 shots. If you don't have it, you got to charge it each time. But that's all you got. Once that computer is destroyed, the ending sequence begins. Guys, you have made it. The ending of Crystalis is here. We've destroyed the tower so that the Earth can be preserved and live on. We've destroyed Emperor Dragon and saved humanity. How do you feel? Do you feel good? If you feel good, drop a sub for the channel, maybe a like on the video, a comment about what you liked about this. I really appreciate you guys sticking it in there with me, sticking it out with me, and sticking it in there, being Crystalis into the reactor of the tower. I'm going to stop talking because it's been a little over 3 hours and I'm exhausted. Enjoy the ending sequence of Crystalis.